that's everybody.
Let
And
me know if I need to
extra
mute
Kim.
myself.
Nah, you good. Unless you start
I
screaming at
will
the game.
actually. I will go ahead and mute myself then.
Okay.
What is all the
Alrighty.
snow?
So, uh-oh. Fred's sending something back.
That's I know it doesn't look it, but it's Counter Strike. You'll get it.
Oh, okay.
As soon as, like, literally about 2/3 of the way through, I already understood exactly where it was about to go. But yeah, that's pretty great. I really wish that he had cut in the classic doors stuck clip though. That would have been much better.
Yeah.
All right, fantastic. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Specifically Claw, who I'm sorry we lost you so suddenly last session.
Yeah, I know it was such.
I was editing through the
Fuck
thing
the
yesterday,
internet.
and I was like, because one of the things I always do is I'm like, okay, so where exactly did we end? You know, I want to make my notes and have it ready about like, okay, so this is what the important things we learned. Da da da. I was like, oh yeah, we just ended because we lost Claw. Okay, we're coming in hot on this one.
Yeah.
Internet's out.
Yeah, not fun. Either way, though, I will say your party was at least victorious in the fight. So
Pretty good
congratulations. I think you already know that by the fact that you guys got EXP instead of being told that you need to reroll a character. However, there is a little bit more than that to recap, so I'll do that kind of quick, and then we'll get back into it. Because realistically, only 30 minutes maybe have passed since the beginning of the last session. So not as much as per se some time. So you guys came back in after having basically outrun the city and some of the forces within it. Specifically some gargoyles that Valine magic walled midair, cartoon style, Acme, sorry, not Acme, fucking Looney Tunes.
Roadrunner tunnel style.
Yeah, Looney Tunes wolf is what I'm trying to get at. Coyote.
That's still an
my
Acme
brain could not
moment.
remember the word coyote. That's why I was struggling so much there.
But he used a lot of
Regardless.
Acme products, so you
Yeah,
weren't
exactly.
wrong.
I was thinking Acme Coyote because the movie Coyote vs Acme or whatever was supposed to come out that I never apparently did. Regardless, you guys kind of gathered yourselves just for a little bit of time there, trying to figure out whether to rest, continue, or otherwise. However, without a consensus specifically reached, Kara just decided, I'm going to start climbing the ice tunnel nearby and put some pitons in it. Make a nice little path for everybody with a rope or some shit. And Pluzak said, you know what? I'm just going to go explore over here in the west. I wanted to clear that out before we rest, just in case, because we knew there's enemies over there. And the rest of the party, seeing these two kind of split decisions, just decided, fuck it, we'll follow Pluzak. Seems like it's more fun to get into a scrap anyway, according to this party. You guys kind of proceeded back up towards Vladimir's Spark, went a little past it and jumped a wall, and then proceeded into a room of what you thought were icicles until they started falling on you. For the most part, it was just Pluzak and Valine who decided, not necessarily decided, got stuck dealing with them, as once he kind of saw what was happening, Leif just decided to book it across the field. Took 3 icicles in his body, and the party watched as the third one, sticking straight out of his skull, suddenly got forced out of his, brain, and everything behind it suddenly kind of filled in with ice and snow, and he ended up, I think, better for wear than he started.
Terminator style.
Yeah, so he kind of
Bullets
sauntered
just
off
pop out.
and continued forward towards the drow that you guys were going to fight. And Mace, seeing him do so, decided to skirt around the edge of the room and make it safely with him, while Pluzak and Valine took up the rear, as good supports often do. Heyo. At that point, I believe you guys yelled for Kara, or had called back to her at some point, but either way, she had decided to circle around. She did know that you guys were doing this and kind of cut her work halfway. She circled and found 2 drow at the top of the nearby ice tunnel. She had made herself invisible with I think a pair charm, and thankfully, having done so, snuck up on them without too much issue, and was able to grab the back of one's cloak just as he started to slide down. His buddy, of course, slid down without any knowledge of this, as you choked him with his cloak enough that he couldn't really scream out. And then you intimidated the ever-living shit out of him before eventually bringing him down to join the fight and help your party kind of clear out the majority of these drow. I do believe you learned somewhat through some interrogation at the end, or maybe partway through. I believe it was Mace who was speaking the Undercommon for you. But
Yeah.
these people were essentially
A scouting party.
here to try and they were a scouting party initially, and once he had found the city, the leader of their party sent back word, we want to conquer this city. It's got magic stuff. No one else has touched it for, looks like, lots of time. So if we hurry, we can be the first to do so. Sadly, he was incorrect about the whole being first to do something as your party kind of swooped in. He saw that you were a small enough group, though, and apparently sent word back, send some help and we can potentially get rid of them, or something to that effect was kind of expressed. The foot soldier at that point was kind of falling apart and not really answering as clearly, I think. And you still had a fight to win, so you guys did finish that off. Where you now find yourselves standing over corpses and an unsearched area. I will say, seeing as this is your first time truly in this section, I'm going to just read you the descriptions quick. Just want to make sure that I'm pulling up the right ones.
Give us that blurb.
I will. Yes, it is 27 and 8. Okay, so from where you guys are standing, you would essentially see that clinging to the 30-foot high ceiling of this cavern is a forest of icicles, some of which have grown to a length of 5 feet or more. Embedded in the south wall is a cylindrical, domed building made of seamless black stone and decorated with faintly glowing constellations. Rime-covered statues of human wizards stand in front of this building, gazing outward from atop 3-foot-high stone pedestals. The building and statues are raised by a 5-foot-high curved stone platform enclosed by a low wall with stone steps leading up to it. So, much like on the other side, there is just a nice stairway that you can climb up should you wish, and that's all you can see from out here. I guess, Kara, for you, you're standing next to the statues and you know there's a passageway that goes a little deeper, but you don't know what that inner room looks like yet. So, At this point, it's free actions, so anything anyone wants to do.
Choking on a thing of rice. Do I feel the heat cube anywhere?
Not
Because that
nearby,
guy mentioned it.
Yeah, he mentioned it. He told you that the leader had it, and you don't feel it nearby. You can try searching the corpse in front of you, or
Yeah, let's do
you
that.
can, of course, go deeper. Yeah, sure. So while Kara searches the corpse, is there anything anyone else wants to do? Just give me an investigation check, Kara.
Okay.
I think Luzak and Valine are going to be very skeptical of the ceiling,
That makes a lot of sense.
and they're going to try to walk up and check out what's going on.
Yeah. Okay, absolutely. So I guess if you're coming up here with Kara, you would notice as you walk up that none of the icicles move or anything. So you do have a fair assumption that, especially since nothing happened during combat, it's likely they were not going to attack you to begin with. Kara is kind of nudging this corpse with her feet, just kind of knocking it over and looking down at it. Not really spending much time to search deeply through it. Kara, you'd be able to judge pretty easily. There is no armor on this mage. You do know he was casting magic, and judging by the fact that he has a staff on hand, you would believe that he probably used some sort of mage armor. The staff itself seems pretty uninteresting, just kind of a focus, and you don't really see much more than that. Nothing really catches your eye that he would have, not even any daggers or anything really. Pluzak, as you go to look back there, much of this building has collapsed, but this front room still seems intact, and also free of ice and frost. The remnants of smashed furnishings suggest that the room once served as a wizard's workshop, and atop a splintered table is a brimstone cube. It seems small enough to hold it in about one hand, but it's still sizable enough to catch your eye, and especially the fact that the air around the cube ripples, as if it seems to be putting out enough heat to dry and warm this room.
I would tell the party, it's quite warm in here. No, I didn't fart yet.
I would say, Pluzak, with your kind of symbiotic relationship with your mushrooms, you almost feel them start to shake, vibrate. They actually are very responsive to the fact that this is the first. This isn't just normal warmth, right? This isn't like you're walking into a tent that just has contained heat. This feels almost more tropical, like almost almost too hot, you'd say. Like if someone put a thermostat this high, they'd be fucking crazy.
Okay. Is it humid in there?
No,
I'm
it's actually
assuming
it is
with all the
it is
moisture?
literally a dry heat. Yeah,
dry?
so it
Oh,
seems
okay.
to be drying the air. Not necessarily to the point of like a desert, of course, but it's very dry and just kind of it's probably the warmest room you've been in months.
I would probably take a step back, I guess Valine would probably go in there, figure out, touch this cube. I would warn Valine too. I would tell Valine, hey, like, we've touched a lot of things, and Leif usually finds cursed items.
So, as Valine approaches it, she would feel, the room itself get much warmer. I mean, you guys have been feeling the radiating heat out the doorway, but she's now in it and is, like, ready to strip down, even though she can't. Does she have any sort of identifying magic item or anything, Fred, that she can cast?
The staff.
I'm just trying to remember.
The detect magic.
Sure. Honestly,
does have it.
if you were to use a detect magic, I would definitely tell you whether that item is like radiating, any sort of. I wouldn't necessarily say outright if it's a curse or not, but if there's something going on, the use of a spell is definitely going to help you see what's happening there. In my mind. Okay. So let me go here. Does it even say? I wonder. Okay, so definitely
She looks
radiates
back
just
at-
as much magic as it does heat. I would say it's probably like an evocation seeming sort of magic. It doesn't say specifically on the item, but the fact that it generates heat to me seems very similar to like a fireball spell or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely, and it seems very pure. It's this item, you would say, if anything, actually seems to almost have been outside the city enough to not even have remnants of the city's kind of poisonous magic on it. I would say, if anything, Valine's
like a-
probably pretty readily enthralled with magic in general, so she would just walk over and pick it up, knowing, feeling it's safe,
Oh.
right? Like it's,
Yeah. She would say, I know how to remove curses anyway.
That's true. That is true.
What'd you find?
Valine's got a cube in her hand. It's about 3 inches by 3 inches by 3 inches. And as she turns it towards both of you, you would feel, well, actually, if you're both, you're both within 15 feet at this point. So the air around you seems to be closing in on almost 100 degrees, somewhere between 90 and 100.
Is it like hot to the touch?
No. It keeps the temperature within 15 feet of it at this temperature. It seems warm in her hand, clearly magical, but no, it's a completely like wieldable, manipulatable item. It doesn't need to be in any holder or anything. There's no scorch marks on the table from where it's at. Not necessarily that it would scorch wood at 95 degrees, but it's still pretty hot to touch. But no, it seems pretty inert in that regard. Doesn't seem like it would start a fire or anything.
Why couldn't we have found that weeks ago?
Well, we would have had to fight all these assholes weeks ago, and I don't know if that would have been a good time.
Uzak would just say, weeks ago, we were not in the cave.
No, we were traipsing around the entirety of the Icewind Dale
That's
in the cold.
That's
this
much more to her point, actually. Yes, Karen's just like blinks a couple times before answering. Like, "Are you stupid?" Like, that's my point.
it was
the one
here,
time,
though.
I was gonna say the one time she looks back over at Leif, like, "Hey, I think he actually misunderstood something worse than you." No,
Yeah.
Leif, wish you were here, man. You would have held this
Are
one over
you
him forever.
Dumber than Leif?
A fucking echo just spawns next to Kara, does like the Z snap with the head bob and disappears. Nah, though. But yeah, it's definitely that's where you're at. Just seems to be a pretty inert magic item that makes it nice and comfy, and it's just happening.
Next time we set up camp, we're definitely using that.
Yeah, can she, like, if she just puts it in her bag, does it still radiate heat?
If it's just in a bag, I think so. You know what? At this point, Fred, let me just send you the item since Feline has it. It's really a sentence long, so I'll read it out loud as well. But just because I like having you have access. This 3-inch cube of solid brimstone generates enough dry heat to keep the temperature within 15 feet of it at 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 35 Celsius. Period. So if it's in a bag, not a bag of holding, I think it just still generates a 15-foot aura of 95 degrees, which is why I'm actually about to put a red circle around Valine at 15 feet. If you guys want to throw it in like a bag of holding, I would say at that point it's warm for 15 feet within the bag of holding, but it doesn't, it's not really within your realm or whatever.
That'd be cool to go to, like, a desert and then pull this out and cool yourself down.
I mean, technically, to some degree. Yeah. Although I guess if it's keeping the temperature at 95 degrees and then the atmospheric temperature raises beyond that, it would still probably be hotter. I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
I don't know.
It's a good thing we're not in a desert.
Because it's not like it creates a force field, is all I'm thinking, Fred. So it would create the area at 95, and then the residual heat would still push in on you. It would cool it a little. I just don't know if it's more than a degree or two. I don't know. Like I said, I'd have to actually look into thermal dynamics on that. That's an interesting. I guess it would matter most by what it can generate for like a what BTUs, and if you can push the air out.
It's magic.
You could create an AC with this. I think you could. It would be a 95-degree AC. I'm not sure that's really what you want at that point, but I think you could. You're right. Yeah.
I would love to have a 95 AC. No one could hit me.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
Oh, God.
So Valine, I guess, would shout out and say, if anybody wants to be warmed, you can come by me. I think she'd be nice enough to
I
bear
feel
her
like
warmth.
Leif hisses like a cat while putting out his fingers like as like in a cross.
I think it's a little too warm for Maiden P, though. Doesn't want his mushrooms to dry out.
Kara will hold out the bag of holding and be like, if you want to make the heat go away, toss it in here.
I don't know. What do you think? Valine would like the heat?
I think Valine would put. Did Valine have a bag of holding?
No.
Do you
how
have
could I
one
know?
from hers? Because I know you have her gear. Do you have a bag of holding, Fred? Did you get that?
No.
You don't, right? Okay, so then she probably didn't, because I know you had her gear. I think she would put it in the bag of holding, specifically claiming it. Just it's hers, unless someone else wants to like buy it from her or something. Like she took it first. But she'll acknowledge the fact that technically the warmth right now might not be the best thing to have, but she wants to use it for at least herself and Pluzak during the next sort of rest. So she's looking to take it back from you. She's just
Yeah,
putting
she'll
it.
get it back.
She's putting it away right now. Specifically, I think she would even verbalize this to some degree, so I will. But like, this is the tactical choice because I don't want people to feel me coming, but I'm taking this back specifically so that I can rest in the heat. And then she'll put it in the bag, and she will continue on her way. I would say to the three of you, there is also a pretty obvious like journal on the table. It just was not the interesting thing compared to the whatchamacallit? Thermal cube.
Do you want to look at it, Kara?
What, the journal?
Yeah.
I don't think it's in a language I can understand, but I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, I mean, if you open it, the punctuation marks seem the same. The Steinax seems different. The letters are the same. None of the words make sense.
Kara pinkies through the book, closes it. Yep, I can't read this shit.
Well, what language is it written in? Do you know? Give it
I
here.
don't know.
Give it here.
Kara will pass the journal over.
Don't you have Professor Scant? Or
I
is
gotta-
Valine has Professor Scant now?
She does, yes. So I gotta pull up both
Yeah.
his and hold on. Okay, there's Professor Scant. And do I still have a lean up anywhere?
Valine is Common,
you.
Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orc.
Yeah, so she doesn't recognize it. Professor Scant, there he is, can also speak. Where is he? Common, Draconic, Elvish, and the Ross. So he looks at it, and he will say, "Well, I can't read it either. But didn't you guys talk to the Drow during the fight? There was just who spoke to them?"
Kara will lean back through the air. Hey, Mace, you want to read a book?
Honestly, it's been a while, and I didn't think I'd have to do it again, but I guess I can do it.
Pass the journal to him.
Mace is like traumatized
Wait,
from
you don't-
reading years of reading for his father. What's going on here?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, like
basically.
okay.
So
Yeah,
What's-
he'll go there and
get rid of
take a
this,
look at
by
the
way.
book. What state is it in, by the way?
It's actually very, very well kept. You can tell that this book, especially because it was sitting next to the cube, seems like something not necessarily from this space. You would hazard that it was probably brought here by the Drow. Quickly thumbing through it tells you that that is most certainly the case, as it seems to be the journal of their leader. His name seems to be Yilsek Dalambra. I believe you guys learned that from the other guy that Kara was interrogating, but you see it on the actual journal pages, like the inner page here.
My name is Complicated Alejandro, but you may call me the Dandy Man.
Yeah. So most of the notes are a lot of personal anecdotes and things that it's very clearly like a journal or a diary. But of course, this still gives you some sense of what he was doing if you wish to kind of read through it. It'd probably take you a little bit of time to truly gain an understanding of like anything deeper. But you do at least recognize very quickly, like scanning through the same kind of story that you got from the Drow earlier. They were here scouting out the city and all that. But yeah, if you want to try and learn further names or things, if you actually want to learn deep information about like what their plans were, how many troops they were trying to pull in, things like that, you can probably do so through studying.
Yeah, I
the
guess what
journal.
I'd like to know first and foremost is what their most recent activities were, and because my first thought
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
is that maybe these are remnants of like Grandolfa's or Zardrock's forces, or allies or whatever. I guess so. What I would want to know is how much of an imminent threat do they represent? What have they've been up to recently?
Yeah. So the most recent entries actually are kind of reports is the wrong word, but at least factualized bullet points almost of what seem to be his own editorialized versions of the tellings of his troops. And these tellings are actually very clearly distanced scoutings of what you and your team were doing in the city. There's very
Oh.
much a sense that they were never close enough that you guys would have caught on, but almost any time that, if you went to a tower, they were at a distance enough to see you go to that tower, and then they went and checked out that tower afterwards. A lot of times it was reported in most of these quick those notes that were written down that there were a lot of bodies, that things were destroyed, that for the most part they didn't understand why you were going to the eight towers,
Hmm.
and once you entered the central spire, it seems to be the last kind of report, quote unquote, where those scouts left the city and reported everything back to their leader here. And he kind of sent another set of instructions, not instructions, he sent a sending spell, he writes, back to his matron mother of his house,
Hmm.
which you would see. I think it says where he's from. Hold on, I don't see it quick enough, so I'll try and find that later. But yeah, he basically sent a sending spell back and asked her if she could please hurry up the deployment of troops. He had received back that no, they couldn't hurry up deployment of full-scale troops. They were still being armed and prepared, but she would send basically a higher level general to come assume command here and act more as kind of like a smarter vanguard to essentially try and wipe you guys out. Um,
Right.
Essentially, like this group of drow, they really were not sure your strength. They didn't see what you were doing. They just saw what was left behind. But they've delved into the city. They had a rough understanding of your strength, and they thought with this general, or at least the matron seemed to think this general would close the gap, and with an equal number of people, they'd be able to conquer you, which clearly they were not. If you want to search things before that, we can get into it, but that would be, taking more time. This is really already you searching for like, 10, 15 minutes of reading.
I guess I'd like to know if at any point they outlined the purpose of all this stuff. I mean, they could have been surveilling us, sure, but if there's like anyone that they're reporting to for that reason, or
Yes, so they were reporting to the matron mother of his house. Like I said, I can't find her name quickly, but specifically for the purpose of this drow mage had found the city. Um, you kind of, this was in the quick skim of as you found where the end of the notes were, and believed that the drow could take the city over and use the technology essentially to like formulate a new dark empire and start taking over the 10 towns, and very similar in fact to Zardarok, but you don't see any mention of Zardarok or anything. Like there's no crossover there. It's just
okay,
very similar kind of concept of what they were trying to do, but much more from the potential of gaining what they could from the city first, and maybe even turning it into like a base of operations and then going out from there.
okay,
And I should also add, I guess, one of the things you would have most certainly understood from the earlier notes, and you did find this tunnel on your way in, is that these guys actually came from this tunnel to the Underdark that was within the caves. If you like zoom out, it's actually almost directly to your north. It's like the next tunnel up
yeah, the
where it lies
leftmost
off.
tunnel.
Yeah, so that goes to the Underdark. You guys did kind of check it out, but you didn't go down that way, and you would be able to tell that that was where they had come from. So, the concept of them knowing Zardarok, like as if you had been able to question them, they might have known him. But it's not from very clearly from the same entrance to this to the from the Underdark and all that. Like it's this
Hmm.
group just seems pretty um, remote, pretty isolated to their own activities. So because I know you
Gotcha.
said you were
Yeah.
looking for
Okay.
that, so you don't see any mention or anything. That's about all the
Okay.
info there, unless like I said, you want to get like troop numbers and things. But in terms of the what was happening.
Sure. I mean, like their numbers would be good to know.
Okay, so it's an
Do you want me
entire
to roll something
house
for that,
that is
or?
sending reinforcements, and from what he was writing, he kept using the word armies.
Uh huh.
Um, there's not an exact count, but even from what he reports from hearing from his matron mother, this was going to be the largest scale sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Sortie or um, you know campaign. That's what I was looking for. The largest scale campaign that their house was going to be running within probably the last couple decades. They really wanted to take the city over and to be the first ones there.
Okay.
I guess, are you reading this aloud, by the way, or is this all to yourself?
I guess at first I would just read it to myself, but in essence I would be saying all of it, except I'd be phrasing it in such a way that it doesn't sound so much as an imminent threat as much as it does like, oh well, they tried and they failed, you know?
Yeah, past plans almost. Okay.
Yeah.
I only say that so that Pluzak, you specifically now, you are at least aware there is this Drow army that was amassing, planning on trying to come take the city. Because I know your intention is also to come back and revive it.
Kara will,
So I figured that would be of interest to you specifically if that was something that you were hearing. I don't know. So
Kara will scratch her head and after hearing all that and look to the two magical folk and just like, how much fire magic do you guys have left?
I
Fire?
can.
Yeah, fire.
Pluzak summons a campfire, I feel like.
Yeah. All I have
just
is.
Bonfire.
That's it, the bonfire, yeah.
The first one turns off. The second one turns on.
That might not be enough, but I know what tunnel they were coming out of. We may want to close it,
Oh, wrong one.
especially if you two looking to
Here you go,
Pluzakarthus and Valine
Hold on.
are planning on coming back here.
I got you, Pluzak. Here you go. Here you go.
There we go.
Keep
Yep.
I feel like left
Just
hand,
boom, boom,
right
boom, boom.
hand, left hand, right hand. Oh, God.
Yeah. I agrees. We should close off the tunnel however we can.
Opens the scroll of the comet.
I have that one technically.
Well, I was thinking the Tarrasque tunnel.
Just plug it with the Tarrasque. ass towards
Tarrasque can't work.
ass towards the ice tunnels here, mouth towards them. So when they come, it just eats them. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to like blow up this tunnel somehow. I don't know how we would.
Well, I
block the
figure
tunnel.
if the tunnel that they were using was one of the Remoraz tunnels, I figure you could melt it and make it so that it was a solid block of ice with all the water that falls down the bottom. Just me? Okay.
I was just
Well,
letting
well-
them respond. I mean,
I don't have enough firepower to do that, but if blocking the tunnel is all you want, I'm sure we can find collapsing it.
Yeah. Point at Mace chance. By any chance, would you be able to do it?
I can, or rather he can. But that being said, it wouldn't be. I don't think I've ever done it in such a way. I can try. That's all I can really promise.
While you all deliberate and figure out how you want to plan this, I'm going to go back up the tunnel to the other side and continue with the pitons, because as it is right now, no one else is able to get up.
Okay. Well.
that's because we went around the
Good.
other way, silly. We don't need to.
I'll go and check. I hope that it's effective.
I thought this was still a slope.
That is, yes.
Helene is going to point to the other room and say, Mace, do you want to look in there first? It's kind of hard for me to get in there.
Oh, right. Okay, sure. And he will take a peek at this
Yeah,
room.
awesome.
So-
So you would find a bunch of bunks, not bunks, bedrolls. Thank you, Brain. You could tell they were using this as kind of a shared bedroom for the most part. And sitting next to the bedrolls is just what looks to be some sort of half-empty bottle of alcohol of some sort. It's a kind of ruby-colored, sloshy, fairly wine-looking liqueur of some sort. But
Okay.
beyond that, you don't really know yourself.
Oh, I'll grab the liquor and just take it out and say, yeah, this was all that was really
So-
inside it.
I'm going to assume Valine is, Professor Scant was kind of made into essentially like a bracelet for Kara that I'm going to assume is kind of like a necklace for Valine, just so that he's accessible.
Yeah.
And as he sees you
think that
walk
works.
out with this mace, you actually hear him gasp. And like he doesn't breathe, so clearly he's making this noise on purpose.
Okay. I'll say something wrong.
You found Elvaquist.
What now?
Elvaquist! It is
Found Elvis.
It is a liqueur distilled by the elves, made of sunshine and summer fruits. It's delicious.
It's made of sunshine.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Right.
Not that I've ever drank any myself, but there's times that you gather information on these things, and I know exactly how it's made. So
Okay then.
Don't
It's
let
valuable.
Or don't let Leif get it.
Maybe you're right.
I mean, it's open and half drank, so I'm not really sure exactly what sort of price it would fetch, but it is incredible.
Huh. Well, good to know. Yeah, I'll just keep it safe for now. I'll probably put it in my my bag of holding.
Oh man,
And,
that was a character test. See if you actually showed Leif or not.
No.
All right, Leif, I told you, you're the god for the rest of this thing. So if you want to smite some fuckers,
All right, it's gonna happen. Sorry, Mace. This was predetermined, bud.
see what you don't know is the necklace makes him omniscient. Everything that happens, Leif knows. No, if only.
Oh wow.
Could you imagine giving a player
That
that
would be
power?
incredible.
Okay, so anything that happens from now on. Oh fuck. All right, no, you absolutely can tuck it away. It's no problem. He would.
It's
not
an
be any
athletics
wiser.
check to go up this, or am I good to just go up?
For you, it would be yes, it would be athletics check, unless you want to spend the time to climb it with gear, which would just take like 10 or be difficult terrain.
I mean,
what is it? Hold on, yeah,
I've-
it's it'd be difficult terrain. You probably still make it up pretty quick, 120. So at like 40 feet a turn, 3 turns. If you're just using your climbing gear and not trying to like put any rope or pitons or anything to help others.
No, I have that started on the other side. I was gonna
Yeah.
go
So if
over
you're
to
just
that to
if you're just
finish it.
climbing, it's just a couple turns. So.
Can't you just fly through it?
No, not size large. These tunnels,
Oh,
the
that's
wings
right.
are too big.
Yep.
Yeah, so
And I can't size down because we haven't rested. So
yeah, so like I said, Kara, you'll be fine. You don't slip back down or anything. Just takes a couple turns. Difficult terrain. The rest
will
of
put
you,
myself
I
up there.
assume,
Tell me
are
when I
going
can move.
to- Yeah, you're good. You can keep going. There's really nothing that's going to stop you. It's just more if you're going the long way. The party, I assume, will make it back to the base before you. That's probably about the same time. I'm marking. So Fred, you're going up there.
Leif, did you check the bodies
Oh,
I
and
did not.
actually, Fred,
while we
as
were doing
Feline-
everything?
as Aline walks by this guy, she would actually recognize that he's a wizard, and probably try give me an investigation check. I know Kara looked, but her investigation wasn't great. Let's just see if Feline notices anything that because Chris was smart enough to ask. So, yeah, with greater than a 10 at least, I'd say that she notices a satchel that Kara didn't grab, and is just gonna drag that along. Before going back this way, and she'll take a peek in there while you do what you're doing, Pluzak. Let me let you know what that is. So this cave is pretty much empty. It's got a height of 25 feet or so, and you don't notice much, even in terms of like footsteps from the drow. And just give me a D12 roll, if you could. Okay. You just feel a general sense of unease, almost as if something strange maybe occurs in this room, but you don't see or notice anything in this moment or instance.
And
Besides that, it's just an icy room. Honestly, it seems like it was avoided, is the best way to put it.
Maiden P would just think back to when he was haunted in one of the other rooms and go, I think it's one of those rooms,
Pretty much spot on,
and walk out.
Mace, you're like flipping through the journal still, and you realize that there's this little journal entry, and it's like, one of the soldiers went over to the west today, tried to clear out that cave, see if it was useful. They said they saw a shadow swimming through the walls. We haven't been back since.
Right.
Whether or not you two connect on that, that's up to you.
I mean, I would just probably offhandedly say, yeah, I wouldn't go that way. They seem like they encountered some unexpected resistance in some of these side chambers, so yeah, just try to stick with the group.
So how about you, Leif? You see everybody moving around and doing stuff. You just kind of chilling?
Yeah, I mean, I guess if no one checked the bodies, I would go and have a gander at these guys.
Alrighty, that's fine. If you want to give me an investigation roll, see what you can come across.
Get ready for these high numbers.
High numbers.
Go ahead,
Even
Ben.
better.
Go ahead.
Just slightly so, but even better than Kara.
I'm not sure they're dead. Hold on. Stab, stab,
Yeah.
stab, stab.
You walk over and kick the bodies very similar to how Kara did, but it's a little too forceful. You just dent all their armor and make it useless. But otherwise, you would find that mostly they just are carrying short swords, hand crossbows, and They have studded leather and shields. The one guy that's a little different looking, I closed that encounter. Oh no. He's got what? He's got, I think, next to nothing in terms of swords. Right? Yeah, he's got no swords. He does have a hand crossbow, and he seems to be wearing studded leather. But besides that, they're just kind of wearing normal gear. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. All of them have
Definitely
a sigil
no
that
rope.
seems to bear a spider. And much to that, actually, just so Pluzak knows, because Valine would communicate this with you, in the pouch that she's searching while all this is going on, she also happens to find also another kind of brooch that looks like a spider, but it's much more fancily made. She would guess it's worth a couple gold. And a spellbook, which she will just, if anything, ask if you think Mace is going to be willing to help her. Oh God, what's
No.
the decipher? Thank you. Or if she should
Doesn't
just
need
kind of
to.
toss it.
She's gonna keep the spell book for herself.
Yeah, she can always have the Brotherhood also help decipher. It's just more if it's worth doing now.
She has comprehend language, so she can do it later.
Oh, okay, that's a good call. I'm not looking at her sheet, so
Or hold on.
that might be from whatchamacallum's spellbook. Might be something you have to unlock, but
duration, meaning any spoken language. You also understand any written language. Okay.
okay, yeah, that should be good. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, you can work on that with her. This
Cool.
would probably just be one rest to decipher. It's much smaller than Arthis's spellbook. So
And she tells P about the spider brooch. You said.
yes, yeah, she says it's definitely looks like a spider. And
Can I do like
it
a
is,
history or religion on it?
Yeah. Sure. Give me either or.
Yikes.
Oof. Well, actually, were you trying to roll that as Pavline or as Pluzak? Is your plus different?
Oh, that was Valine. Yeah, it's only +5 for Bluzak.
Okay, so then she's better off, so we'll just let her. All right. Let me see here. So
If it's
she would
nothing,
definitely know at least
Bluzak
enough.
would just write it in his journal,
Yeah,
like draw it.
definitely. She would know at least enough to tell you that it must be a drow house. She doesn't know off the top of her head of anything in particular that they have done or would be known for, particularly on the surface. But she says the brooch itself definitely seems to be worth money if you want to sell it.
Nice. Me and P would just say, I'll take a look at it later to draw it and put it in my journal.
Yeah. She tucks it away. If anything, she just tucks everything back in the pouch and then just like wraps that around her shoulder or some shit. Since I'm sure it doesn't fit around any other part of her. But yeah, just chills with that for a while. Leif, yeah, did you want to take any of the equipment that you were nudging around?
I'll take one of the spider sigils. Sigils.
Yeah. Yeah, you could just write spider sigil. Yours doesn't seem to be very fancy. It's just kind of like a carved rock, but definitely looks like a spider.
Oh, yeah, the spider's cool.
You're like, it's almost, but not quite, but almost like a snowflake. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I am.
It's close. It's really into jewelry
Everything
now.
in my head now just looks like snowflakes. I don't know why.
It's a snow spider.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to do in this area? You guys just gonna chill? Kara's already kind of climbing her way back. I get the feeling at this point she's probably gonna be finishing her her little rope piton project.
I
Depends
think
on you, good sir.
we would go back to the B site. I don't know why it's called B site, but we'll go back to B site.
All right, fair enough. Tree site. So I'll let you guys move
Yeah.
yourselves back over there. There's really not gonna be much resistance on the way back. I mean, Valine has to kind of squeeze through the tunnels, but that just takes time. You know, I would say by the time that you guys make it all back, by the time you all make it back, there we go. Having searched things, fought, all that, a full hour has kind of passed since you guys have made it into the tunnels. So it's around like 10 a.m. or so. Not that you would know exactly what time it is, but and Kara, at this point, you know, you probably are finishing up. Maybe another couple minutes, so you know, but you'll be able to come down into the group whenever you want for the most part. If you guys wish to rest, just so you know, you still have like a whole day to kill. So I don't know if you want to search the tunnels, clear them out, or just do that here, but just so you're aware. I'll find the exact time for you in a second. But yeah, you make it out back without issue.
I mean, if this piton rope system is done, I'm just gonna go over to the next tunnel and start working on that one.
Sure. Which tunnel is the next tunnel to you?
Uh,
Like you're just following
Just
your
one-
orange path?
yeah, more or less.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that one definitely will take a lot longer. But if that's just your goal to keep doing that, the rest of you would kind of hear a distant echo of Kara's hammer. It kind of stops for a little bit, and then starts up a little bit quieter, at a further distance away. But you can still hear it in the distance. So at least you're aware that she's still out there doing something. But Kara does not come back. So
Okay.
the rest of you are just chilling. If you wish to long rest, it's going to take another 12 hours of day killing. That I would definitely ask we figure out how your characters kill that time.
I'm killing that time by making these pitons, or by
Yeah.
making this system.
At this point, I'm not talking about you. Kara's pretty clear.
Ah.
You're going to kill at least half the day just working away and doing what you're doing. The rest of the party, though, I guess I'd ask you guys. What's the
Honestly-
next thing on your lists?
I mean, assuming Valine doesn't explicitly need my help with that book.
I don't think she would
I'd-
ask. No, she wouldn't have said anything. So
Yeah, if there's nothing in that regard, I'd probably go over where two Kara is working and try to figure out a way to collapse that side of the tunnel.
Interesting. Okay, so you would notice as you kind of head up the tunnel that Kara prepped, there are indeed a whole bunch of like pitons that have just a rope wrapped around it, and then running up to the next one, wrapped around, running up to the next one. So you essentially have just this. It's not really a handrail per se, but it's a very sturdy rope guide that you can pull yourself up. So it's not going to take any sort of roll or anything to see if you can climb the tunnel. And even though it would still be, climbing, which I believe is still kind of difficult terrain unless you have a climb speed, it is just climbing. There's really nothing limiting you. You walk up through these ponds that are no longer ponds. All of this ground would be frozen over because if you remember, this was the Remmerhaz nest, and it was only by the heat of that monstrosity that these were melted before. So these are no longer hot springs, just so you're aware. But yeah, as you work your way across the ice, you just see Kara kind of continuing her work. If anything, Kara, I'm just going to go out on a limb, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume you kind of see her where she's got her legs kind of braced against the ground, and her wings are really wide and like pushing up against the roof of the tunnel, and you see her essentially like using that straining force to suspend herself in between the two surfaces in a way that she can just hammer pitons in without any issue. And you can tell it's definitely taking her time and effort, but it's by no means taxing her too much. And you are able to, at a minimum, kind of attach yourself into the rope that she has so far produced between these two pitons if you wish to try and have some level of security while you explore this other tunnel. But I would clarify, just to make sure that you both are aware, Kara's tunnel goes up, so she is working up this way, while this tunnel actually goes down into the Underdark. So you would believe that there is a point that kind of cuts off around here where the sloping
It slopes.
down becomes a hazard of if you slip, you will continue to just slide down.
Okay, that being the case, I don't know.
Think about it for a minute. I think that there's, Kara's definitely at least got some equipment there that is helpful to your cause. So if you two want to
Okay.
message back and forth, think of some ways. But let's pop back over to the other two, because the amount of time that it would have taken you to even get to Kara is, some time to switch back to see what they're doing. So, how about you, Pluzak? Any interest in going off to the east and checking that shit out alone? Because I know that was kind of on the table. Ooh, we Arcane Eye in it. Okay. This is from Valine, I assume. I believe she's the one who has that.
Yep.
Okie dokie. So if she's an Arcane Eye, just make yourself like a little orb for it and head on out, and I'll tell you what you see. Yeah, let's see here. Nice, Chris. Okay, so do you have... Yeah, there it is. Cool. Circles down. Let me move the camera back over to you. Okay, so as you enter the Arcane Eye, you can just start to move it 30 feet, and I'm assuming you're going up the tunnels, of course. So let me see here. It is okay. Oh, is it being a bitch? Sometimes you have to like zoom in to grab it.
For when Pluzak is eventually climbing the wall, or Valine, whoever you want to attribute it this to.
I get the feeling it's like
Aw.
blue sail sliding. Oh, Jesus, that's some straight up Bowser shit. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. It fell.
He fell.
Oh, but it tried again. They got close enough that they could fucking record it twice. Jesus. All right. As you head up there, I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna move your circle. I'm just gonna do it this way. So the circle gets to about here when you first notice anything different from just the standard kind of ice caverns and tunnels. At this point, you would already know this from past experience, but you see and are reminded that every surface of this 20-foot high cave is polished to a mirror finish, such that you are faced with countless distorted reflections of other walls and objects in the room. Well, objects, like stalactites and stalagmites of icicles and things. It would feel very disorienting, Valine would believe, to kind of try and make your way through this room.
Okay.
And then, would you want to go off to the west, or are you going to head off to the east here?
West was where we pulled the guy out of the wall.
Yep.
So east.
Alrighty. So as we move the circle on up, when you say east, do you mean east to here, or do you mean east to where you know the thing in the wall was? To check that out.
Trying to remember if we went to these rooms. I don't think we did. Yeah, I would probably go east down.
Alrighty. So if we do east down first, you kind of reach this fork and then would, send it south here. So on the floor of this room, hold on one sec. You guys, I think, scouted this with the arcane eye, I believe. This should look familiar, but I don't believe ever interacted with it. Because on the floor of the middle of this 15-foot high cave, seems to be an 8-foot cube of smooth, grayish green stone that is free from frost.
And I don't remember that greenstone.
I think you guys saw this before, but I don't think you guys ever came this way and interacted with it.
The stone the magical item she picked up the cube. What color was that? I guess it didn't really say.
That looks
Are
more
we
like
saying it's green?
brimstone, so it's kind of very
Okay.
dark and almost
Yep.
like charcoaly.
Okay.
This is more of a grayish green smooth stone, and it's much bigger.
She kind of like mental notes. Bluzak, Maiden P. We should probably check that out.
Okay. So here we'll
And
do
then
this.
she-
Remind her of what's where. Rectangle. Do like greenish. Like it's 8 foot by 8 foot, so we'll make it a little bigger. Just we'll put like a little square, like right here.
Okay.
And then as it moves back the other way, since I'm assuming she would go up the other tunnel to check.
Yep.
Large pieces of stone seem to jut from the 20-foot high ceiling in this empty cavern. Actually, hold on. I might have these rooms flipped. Let me make sure I'm doing these the right way. Oh, I have them backwards. Hold on. So the city debris would have been in the south one, and then, because I just realized the way that this is described, this is middle of the room. So this square is actually here, and then the city debris would have been in this room, just so you know. But yes, this one has just large pieces of stone that are very clearly from Yithrin. You've seen enough of the city that you can tell that these are just more chunks of the city that fell off during its descent into
Right.
the cliffside.
Okay. So then I would go north.
Yes, absolutely. Again, so as soon as you reach this room, a flat sheet of cloudy ice forms one wall of this 40-foot high cavern, and something dark and humongous seems to sit behind the wall. You can see it, but nothing really happens as the arcane eye really comes in here.
She'd make mental note to Maiden P. Our dark creature's still there, and then would travel further up the tunnel.
Alrighty. Just move the camera quick. Yeah, so as you go up the tunnel, you would find... Oh, I know. Can I move the circle, please? Please. Okay. Circle comes up this way. This 30-foot high cave has exits to the north and south that you just came from, of course. Along the western side is a 15-foot diameter hole in the floor that seems to be the upper end of a tunnel. And this looks pretty familiar to you. You've been here... Well, actually, I guess Yeah, Valine was with you guys at that point, in her human body, but
Yeah.
was definitely still with you. So she recognizes where it is, and she would know where this connects through to. So
She would keep going north
still just keep checking it
just
out.
in case. Yeah, just in case we need like a different plan of action, right? If
Yeah. So at this point, I
there's
guess where
any
is she
plan doesn't
trying to
work.
get to? And I'll tell you if there's anything different along the way.
Let's see. She was here. I don't know if we actually went in that room above her. I know we did that. That's the haunted room. Did this, did those rooms. I don't know if we did the room directly north, so I would have her check that room out.
Okay. Ooh, grabbed more than just her circle apparently. There we go. So as she comes into this room, that is you. It just seems like an empty cave to her. Well, actually, hold on. Let me see something interesting. Just have her roll me a d12. I'll just do it that way. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, as her circle moves through this room, please do me a Constitution save.
Oh, hell yeah.
You need a greater than a 10, I should say. Cool. Yeah, so she won't lose her focus on the spell. But as she kind of enters the room, nothing seems to be happening. But very suddenly, as she kind of turns her focus, she just sees standing kind of in this back corner here, behind where she had entered, so didn't notice it at first. There's just a man standing there. His fingers are black with frostbite. His mouth agape in a silent scream.
Moving at all?
Not currently.
Okay. So, mental note Maiden P that one of those undead frost humanoids is. Or undead humanoids, that doesn't make sense. Undead frost people is in that room. What she would think.
Do you mean the ones that Arl used to send at you guys?
Yes. The ones we, I think, first encountered after
Yeah,
Starter
so
Rock.
this looks like a man without any sort of like snow gear. Like those guys were usually what looked like frozen corpses. This is not a frozen corpse. This is just a guy standing there with fingers blackened from frostbite and his mouth just agape.
Is he still breathing, or is he dead?
I'm assuming he's dead. Undead.
That is undeterminable by just the arcane eye. It just this
That's
is
what
what
I
you
figured.
see. Yeah, it was just more I was trying to clarify. It was not the same as what Arl had sent after you guys visually before, just so you're aware. But yeah. Does she keep going north, I guess is the question, since she didn't lose concentration?
Yeah, because she'll want to see where that goes.
Okay. Let me just move this first. Hold on. Okay, so circle goes back up to here. This would be a cavern with 10-foot high ceilings, covered with icicles that nearly touch the floor, forming kind of thin stalactites. Several of these have been broken off, leaving paths leading into kind of the caves, these 4 exits to the cave, one of which you came from, of course. You would not really see much movement. In fact, you would believe a lot of this kind of these broken icicles and this pathing, or Valine would believe, has not been disturbed since you guys last were here. And you were able to kind of determine at that point, just by nature of what had happened, that these broken icicles were really from the zombie kobolds that used to live in this area, kind of running around. But yeah, nothing seems to have really disturbed it since.
Okay. So then I would go west.
Alrighty. And as we go further west to this one, you would find Valine recognizes these caves, in particular because this was the cave where you guys ended up being haunted by the 12 shadowy figures. And if my memory serves, she actually partook in that fight. And she would tell you there is no such shadows left. If anything, it seems to be just a dark, quiet, icy cave. And
Okay.
she
And-
would definitely remember that the path up to the north leads to the giant's
Bodiless
head.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because at this point, you guys, this is one of those
Right.
areas that, it was
went
a
back and
safe zone
forth
for a
on it.
while. You kind of spent some time up near that head, and you spent some time in that tower up there. Like, you kind of recognize where you are at this point, or she recognizes where she is at this point for sure. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to
So
move
I
the
would have her go south
camera. That
to
would be all up here.
um
You wanted to check out that room. Got you. Okay.
yeah.
So then, as this goes back down to here, let me let you know. That's okay. So this one. So this chamber is about a 20-foot high domed ceiling. The one to the southwest has an uneven ceiling that ranges in height from like 15 to 30 feet. And I guess if Valine moves the eye, like how deep would Valine move the eye? I'm gonna move it first. How much deeper than this would she go?
She would try to see like all the walls and stuff, so that she can see here.
Yeah.
She
So I
can
guess
see
she would be
here.
able to tell that the northernmost wall here seems to, like the way it refracts, there seems to be something beyond it here, but she can't tell what that is. But there's very clearly like a dark something just kind of sitting in this area. And she thinks that this ice wall definitely has some level of like, it's an air gap beyond it. She's seen chance be used to break enough stuff. I think that she would basically tell you something to the effect of like, Mace can probably break through that if we want to.
Definitely.
Definitely.
I guess that would be it.
Okay.
She can drop the arcane eye.
All right. So she drops the concentration at that point. That was a fair bit of movement. We'll say that it's been like 10 or 15 minutes just by nature of like, time dilation and what you're doing. So we are going to leave Pluzak and Valine there. You can share the information you've learned however you wish once we come back. But in the stopgap, so Leif, you and your Echo are kind of playing patty cake as you watch Mace walk off, and Pluzak and Valine just kind of chill over in this corner while Valine closes her eyes and starts to just kind of do something. What would you like to do? Oh, do we have a muted Leif?
I'm definitely muted.
Okay.
Don't worry about. I'm just kind of hanging out to make sure that we all kind of stays somewhat ish together. Like I know Mace is gonna be okay. So I would start like moving up and then just kind of waiting on Zach and Valine to come up this way because like really we're just trying to get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Or at least most of us are.
So, as you stand around, you do realize, a good 5 minutes pass, like Pluzak and Valine are still doing their thing, like not moving. Mace, any noises from his clanking armor is clearly getting further away. And you still hear Kara's, hammering and just like light activities in the distance from her. So you know that she still seems to be okay. You haven't heard any screams or anything. So I just, Leif is kind of just settling into this concept of he's going to be here for a bit, if he would believe. Is there anything that you can think of that Leif would do to kill that time? Because it's one of those things like you could just sit there, or you could take a nap, or like. But I do believe it's we're all human. Like you would, what would you kind of find occupying your mind in that space?
I guess Leaf, at this point with all the stuff, is he'd probably like study his snowflake that he got, and not necessarily like shooting spells out, but like feeling it, trying to understand it. This new power thing he kind of got.
Yeah, absolutely.
13 all over again.
Oh my god.
Yeah, absolutely. So do this for me.
Die.
Just roll me a d20. Just see
Oh
something.
yeah, it's my favorite game.
Okay.
I'm rolling big tonight.
So as you study it, you really don't necessarily learn much more about it, but you do sense, the same thing you always have, which is that there is a vast amount of power kind of contained within this artifact. I would tell you it makes you think of Fortuna, because there's definitely those gold runes running through that are very much you watch them kind of glow with this self-contained light that reminds you very much of what your greatsword used to look like. But that light has died in the runes on your greatsword ever since Fortuna did her thing in containing Arl's power, and it just kind of makes you at least stop and consider kind of this goal, this path ahead of you that you have in terms of trying to figure out how to bring Fortuna back. You kind of know your general requirements for that, but it just brings that concept back into your head. Makes you kind of think about the future. And it also kind of brings to mind just the general sense of curiosity that's kind of tickled the back of your skull back when Fortuna kind of encapsulated the power of the Ice Maiden or the Frost Maiden in your little snowflake there, where she kind of had this big grandstand of hers where she was playing this operatic song, and you know that the virtuoso had created it for her. To some degree, he had said that she was a muse in that kind of process. But the fact that Fortuna specifically chose to actually represent herself in that moment with that does kind of, like I said, it was curiosity at the time, something you couldn't think about. But with this time now, and just sitting here kind of playing with the snowflake, it re-enters your mind that there was this choice she made, and you kind of wonder why. And that is something that you can spend some time to delve into if you want. You can kind of try and ask those questions and see what happens. But that would kind of be something for you to delve into with further kind of either meditation or any other method you could think of, honestly, if you want to try and ask Pluzak or find something, I don't know, whatever you can think of. But those two thoughts do kind of come to mind in the 15 or so minutes of Pluzak and Valine searching. At this point, Pluzak, I would say that you and Valine kind of, this is when Valine drops her concentration. So if you wish to include him or share information, you can start doing so. You're free again. But yeah, so it's been, 15 more, 30 more minutes, somewhere in there.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm slightly confused.
Okay, I can explain.
You mean her choice to represent herself? That's what I'm confused about. I don't.
So let's put it
remember.
this way.
Uh-huh.
At the time when Fortuna was kind of pinning Arl's divine spark to the ground, and you had to make your choice that you made.
Right.
That the song that I linked in the Discord was actually playing. Like, she was actively having that occur in the area around you all. This was very clearly done with purpose. So at the time, there was kind of just this concept to you, like, weird. I don't know why she would, like, I guess it's dramatic, but, like, I don't know why she'd be doing that. And so now that you have this moment of rest, it just kind of re-enters your mind of, like, okay, so clearly that song was written by the virtuoso with her as his quote-unquote muse, right? That was his claim, was she was a muse to creating that. And he gifted it to her, and clearly it was something she had some level of control over to pop back up in that moment. Like you would have seen kind of the dancing golden musical notes that you saw when he created his masterpiece, as it were. So, having just this kind of second to stop and think about it, the question just kind of comes to your mind of, like, why did she do that? Like, this was a big moment for her, so why did she choose to have that represent, like, her in that moment? You know what I mean? And so by representing her, I, of course, am saying that in terms of more, like, the understanding of a player. I guess for Leif, it would be more like, why did she choose to make that action, to have that happen? But in either regard, I'm just trying to at least instill that there was, some level by which that was a choice Leif recognizes Fortuna made for some reason or another.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
No problem, man. And I'm always glad to explain.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think if Leif was gonna ask anyone about it, it would probably be Mace, just because of Mace and Chance. He feels like Mace is like the expert on this kind of stuff.
Weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and honestly, I would say that makes a lot of sense, because it is like the thing that Leif watched Mace deal with this and then dealt with it himself, right? So it's like, yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So however you want to do that, that's up to you. It was just more, if that's what you were doing, that was kind of the effect it spawned, just to bring those things back into focus. But otherwise, anything else you want to do? Either of you at this point, technically, since we know Kara and Mace are both busy, so. And by that I mean Pluzak too, right? Sorry. So.
The arcane eye, it's invisible and everything, so I have no idea what happened.
You wouldn't have known what they were doing. I mean, Leif knows at this point probably that there was some magic shenanigans going on, because Valine would have been doing some kind of like hand sigils, and she would have raised her staff and started, since I should clarify this for you, just so you know going forward. You don't have to worry about this with your spells, but the M in the arcane eye she casts is a material component. She doesn't have to worry about that because she has a magic focus, a stave. So you would have seen her raising that with one hand and kind of like doing some actions with her other hand, kind of like Naruto symbols sort of thing. So magic was happening, you could tell, and she was, speaking magic words, but you wouldn't have known what specifically the effect was, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I guess just having those guys doing nothing, I would kind of holler back. I'd just be like, you guys good? Good over there?
Main P would, of course.
Okay. Well, we're all kind of rolling out, kind of leaving.
Why?
Well, there's not really much for us here. I mean, I've seen everything in here, been through all these rooms. I feel like I told you what all was everywhere, so I mean, we're just
So
gotta
I, yeah. I've done it more recently
Oh,
without you.
very, very good. I didn't know you could. Little taken back that you didn't ask for my help with that.
Include
but
you
okay.
this time. Yeah.
Yes, but I understand. I understand.
Listen, Fred, he speaks slug, okay? He could have listened in.
Yeah. He could have.
The whole time the arcane eye was out, my slug was just going crazy. He's like, "There's something out there. I can feel it. I can talk to something out there."
Yeah. Actually, that was one thing I forgot to mention in the recap, by the way. My favorite line of last session was definitely, there was a point where when Kara was trying to understand the drow, she brings it down the ice slide, and she's like, I don't understand this. Who does? And Leif's just like, I speak slug. And it was like, yes, you do. That is very true. You could just telepath this fucker. All right. And then Mace went and spoke Undercommon and solved the problem. But still, it was a good line. It was a good line.
I asked a very valid question.
You,
I don't know what
and
you're
he gave a very valid answer. I speak slug.
Right, do you guys speak slug? I didn't think so.
Who else speaks slug? Literally everyone, apparently. All right, sorry. Continuing.
I would say the reason why I ask why everyone is leaving is because I thought we were staying here to rest. I thought Kara was just going to set up our journey out of here and then coming back.
Oh, I thought we were resting farther up. Oh, well, I don't. Well, are you asking me that as you or as like Pluzak and Valine?
As Maiden P.
Oh, okay. Leif would kind of be like, and he kind of looks at the flask that's normally in his hand or on his belt, and he goes, I don't know if I had too many, but I thought we were resting somewhere else. I mean, if we're resting here, then perhaps us four should explore while the others are setting the exit up. You guys
Sure.
look through all the walls?
So I guess, do you want to go to the room with the green stone?
Did you go to the room with the tentacle, with the and the wall with the tentacles?
Monstrosity? Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
Was it still there? Was the wall? Did it melt?
There was something still there. Yep.
Should we try and talk to that?
Talk to it. I mean, we'll see
I
if it
speak-
runs away when we get there.
I speak slug. It might also speak slug.
Okay. Yeah, it could. Being aquatic creature, it might also speak my language, my native language. But yeah, I mean, we could try slug.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what aquatics are, but by slug, we can talk to a lot of things, so it might help.
Okay.
But yeah, we
Okay.
can explore. You said you looked through the rooms.
Yeah, like I'm interested in the green stone. Do you remember that one?
I somewhat. I don't remember. I know
Somewhat,
there's rocks. Yeah, there's definitely rocks around. I don't remember the colors, but yeah. I mean, we could do both.
Okay. Let's do both.
Oh, God. All right,
Meanwhile,
so
Kara making her way up the side of. I wonder what everyone else is doing right now.
you get a general
Leif would
sense of
probably
unease at that
fist-fighting each
question,
other.
that's for sure.
What's up?
Which one of us?
No, it's just like Mace would just chime in and say that they're probably fist fighting each other.
Yeah, that's likely with them. No, Mal's not here. We're fine.
Leif would say, if you guys have seen it more recently, perhaps you know the way to go. Leaves.
It's the cartoon thing where they just like dash off and then puff a
Yeah, Leif's
smoke
talking
behind
to a fucking cloud of dust. Or frost, I guess, at this point. But yeah. Okay, so
You would love it.
yeah, so as you guys reach this kind of mirrory room, I'm going to say that you've, because of the arcane eye, don't have too much issue navigating it. It definitely, as you approach, you start to kind of just you're faced with like countless distorted reflections of yourself all over the room, but knowing which direction to go when you like were not having to deal with all the distortions with the arcane eye just gives you a general sense of how to get across the room. I guess my question becomes: are you get over to this side without issue? At that point, do you head up north or do you head down to the south towards the cube?
I'm going to say we go south.
Okay. So Valine is definitely
gonna-
have troubles
but-
getting through those tunnels
Yep.
down there. So
Okay.
just be aware that she will kind of block either your retreat or path forward if she goes first, and will probably have difficult terrain and disadvantage on any sort of dexterity saving throw.
So I would probably have Valine stay here.
Okay, that's fine. I don't think she would mind. It was just more wanted to make sure you were aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you go that way.
And
Leif, are you following
gonna
along,
tell
or are you
Leif-
just go ahead?
I'm gonna tell Leif. I believe the creature in the ice is this way.
Well, I do remember this. This looks familiar. I think I agree with you. This is the creature, the creature's path. Yes, I concur. I mean, out of the ways, there's only two, so we're at 1/2.
Also, as he's saying all of this, the
probabilities.
echo is just nodding furiously. Absolutely. Doesn't stop nodding at all until Leif stops talking. Alright, so yeah, please, like, again, you re-enter this room. This one is the cube. Yeah, on the floor in the middle of this 15-foot high cave is an 8-foot cube of smooth grayish green stone, free from frost. Ooh, I have not been moving the camera. My V. I'm sorry. Sorry, viewers. Who is Fred?
Yep.
So, let me just put it in on you guys again. Yeah, just a cube. Unless you want to do something.
I'm gonna look at Leif and say, which one of us wants to get cursed this time?
Well, I think we're already cursed because this doesn't look like the creature at all.
Must have
Maybe.
took a wrong turn.
Well, I guess we're here, and this the green rock. Yes. I mean, I feel like I've been cursed several times and it hasn't killed me. So
I mean, I know you're a big fan of snow though, and frost and cold, and this stone doesn't have anything of that nature on it, even though everything around here does.
Leif kind of like walks around it a little bit, just looking at it, and then looks at Pluzak and then touches it.
Okay. Well, this is good. I'm glad
You're
that you touched it
teleported
yourself,
too.
because I'm on your page trying to determine whether your echo would have had this happen or not. And I don't have to, because it's you.
Yeah, I went in hard.
If it was your echo, then technically something different would have happened. So good for
Aw.
you to know in the future. But as it stands now, everyone please roll initiative as Leif.
Everyone?
Sorry, well, I guess you and Kara can if you want, but at this point it's the people in the room. You guys will still get experience, but
I mean, I'll roll anyways, but
yeah,
yeah.
you can roll. It's more the two
I
of them.
was just so
specifically.
surprised, I thought it was like a map wide, like.
No,
Capacity.
nothing triggers on you guys per se. You will probably hear distant echoes of whatever's about to happen, but no, mostly just
Distant echoes. Get it?
Yeah, exactly.
What is with this?
So let me just go over to here quick. So I've got Pluzak thing, and then I need a Leif. What is your 10? Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I'm rolling good today.
And then that thing. So, as you touch the cube,
Oh no! Wait, is it translucent?
no. As you touch the cube, you just find that your hand is stuck to it. You become grappled. Kristen understands what's happening.
Does he feel like his hand is getting deteriorated, like it's in acid?
No. Thankfully. Hold on. Make sure that I've got... Yeah. So,
I punched the cube. Oh, your armor melts. Oh, I'm not wearing armor. Then your hand melts.
yeah. No.
Oh, we've been here.
Thankfully,
okay.
that's not what's happening. In this instance, it starts to transform as several long pseudopods begin to extend themselves, and a gigantic, sharp-toothed mouth opens up, and this cube turns into something that you guys have experienced rarely, but a couple times still, within the city of Yithrin. A spitting mimic. It is going to attack, of course, as it has Leif adhesed. It is grappled, or you are grappled by it, I should say. So it's going to have advantage on you. Let me double check that. It's going to, at minimum, slide itself down this way to try and escape from Pluzak's space. And we'll continue to try and, I think, eat you, if anything.
Nice.
Well, actually, hold on. With where it's at, it would have been here. You would have touched it there. I want to do kind of an order of operations here. It's going to swing at Pluzak with its pseudopods twice before it backs away. Pluzak, I don't think a 19 hits you. Or is that meat AC?
19 meets.
Meets, okay. So, if that's the case, you are going to take 11 bludgeoning, and you are also grappled by it. It will then slide itself down to the bottommost part of the map, and will slide the two of you with it, just because it's its cave, and it wants to drag you there to eat you. And it's going to bite the fuck out of Leif. However, your armor is managing to save you. It is not able to overcome your AC, but it does have both of you currently grappled and dragged, back into this corner of its cave. At that point, it goes to Pluzak.
Wait, did it grapple
Pluzak.
Pluzak as well?
Yep. Pluzak
Oh,
would
fine.
shout out, the soup is bad.
So at a
to-
minimum, Valine will hear that very
Valine.
clearly. Kara, you would also hear the soup is bad. Mace, you hear sound, but your passive perception, I know, is kind of shit, so you don't quite
Right,
make it
yeah.
out.
The tunnel mace just hears fuck followed
yikes.
quickly by. They said the soup is bad.
Okay, so now you're aware, Mace.
Well, that's not good. Okay.
And I guess I have to roll to hit anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast inflict wounds at 4th level.
Ooh, okay. Let's see what happens.
That hits.
That certainly hits.
Nice.
We haven't gotten a full
See,
rest since
here's what
Italy,
happened.
right?
No, you haven't. So, see, this is
Okay.
what I'm saying. Kara's not involved in the fight. That actually gave me pause. That's a huge fucking hit. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's only half the damage I could have done. It's 60-10.
Now, if I was there,
sure,
you'd
it's
have
only
done
half, but
6
that's
damage.
at least half your die are over half. 5, 7, 6,
And that's
7,
necrotic.
and a 3 and 2. Yeah, it is necrotic, which it does not have any sort of immunity to or anything. So it's taken a big 30 there. Definitely a nice hit. Doesn't quite bloody it, but it recoils heavily as you inflict wounds it. Anything else, please, Zach?
Oh, I should have did that. Okay. No.
Okay. Valine's turn. So if she wants to move through any of the tunnels that are like the 5-foot tunnels, it's going to be
Yeah.
difficult terrain. So basically until
So
she reaches
10,
like here,
20,
the bigger cave.
30.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you can go 5 more.
40.
40. Okay, cool. Absolutely. So that'll be her there, unless there's anything else you want to do.
Defensive stuff. No.
Did you imagine if there was like greater magic bolt or something where you could like control it around corners, snipe things in cover?
Yeah.
I
Like magic missile and just like shoot it. And,
Magic
Okay.
Nikita. Yeah, there you go, Chris. There's the reference.
yeah. That's all she does.
I mean, that ain't magic. That's just a Nikita.
Yeah, well, in
A
this world, it's
fictional
magic.
weapon of mass destruction.
You're not Cameron in this campaign. It's magic in this one.
I will make one.
That's up to you and Claw.
Yeah.
No skin in that
Next
game,
person.
but it would be funny. Next person is Leif.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm skipping the other two. You guys are not going to make it here before they kill it. I'm not going to lie.
So
I didn't say I was going to try.
I'm just saying.
I'd like
If you guys want to
to
do something, let me
use-
know. But it's just I'm skipping your turns.
I install a piton.
Fair enough.
Oh man. 6
I think-
seconds, you get one hammer.
It's just I noticed Kara was the 20, and I figured I should address that before going further. So, but yeah,
Super
what's going on, Leif?
It's bad.
Oh, actually, and let me clarify to you, Blake. This thing
Mhm.
backed itself into the corner. I'm not going to let you do Echo on the other side of it for advantage, just so you're aware.
That's fine.
That was the point of this
I'm
movement. So
Going to teleport.
to the Echo. Okay, that
Yeah,
will work.
so I'm just swapping
Can't select
places.
from there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you
And
need line of
then-
sight for that? Just so I know. Okay.
It doesn't.
I
let me
didn't
read
think
it
so
again.
because I was pretty sure you could use that in conjunction with your Echo Avatar if you did it right. But
Yeah,
I just
it's,
wanted
yeah. It
to
says
make sure.
as a bonus action, you can teleport, magically swapping places with your
Yep,
Echo at a cost
yep.
of 15 feet, regardless of the distance.
Yep, and
Doesn't
Echo
say
Avatar
obviously.
is an action you can do, so you can actually do that in Echo Avatar. I thought so, I just wasn't sure, so I figured I'd check. But yeah, go ahead.
That's insane.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's very
uh,
awesome.
and
Yes, I agree.
Oh, 15 feet. I'll be doing this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This
Ignore the
is-
green square. I just didn't zoom in and delete that.
Yeah.
I'll do that right now.
So then I'm just going to come up here. And I'm going to swing with it with my greatsword.
Go for it.
Big greatsword. I have 3 now. Yes. Yes.
Now he
28.
says like it hasn't been a while. Definitely hits.
14.
Okay.
29. There's my number.
Definitely.
8. We're going to re-roll that
Yep, figured.
for 14.
Another 14. Okay.
20.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Nice. For another 16.
Not quite dead, but very, very hurt for sure. Anything else, Leif?
I don't think I can.
I think that was your bonus action and action, but just make
Yeah,
sure.
I think I'm gonna look at Pluzak and just be like, oh, I guess Pluzak. This is Blake asking, or I guess, do you think Pluzak's character would have noticed that I teleported? Like, is it noticeable enough?
Yes, your echo is gray and
Oh, true.
somewhat see-through.
I'm gonna look at Pluzak and just be like, sometimes the best time to be somewhere else is the time before you weren't there.
I'm not sure what that means, but you definitely say it.
No,
That's it.
Maiden P has no clue.
Pluzak
He's
literally
just
has
looking and he's
question
like-
marks just appear above their head.
He's back,
Most-
boys.
He's
Most
back.
of Leif's one-liners, Leif doesn't understand. He just kind of says the words that come into his head.
I like it. That's
And
totally
he's
fitting.
like, smart talk.
All right. So, as Leif says this, the mimic is going to hiss out at you. It swings a pseudopod, or if anything, it actually tries to like
Wait, it's
crunch
the mimic's
you.
turn?
Yeah, it's the mimic's turn. You gonna reaction it? Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will do a con roll for it. I still already rolled its rolls. It actually crit saves the con roll, so it's not going to take any damage. It's going to try and constrict its pseudopod around you, Pluzak, that you are grappled by. Your shell, however, resists this without any issue. No damage for you. And it's going to swing out a second pseudopod at Leif, because it knows that it has Leif Echo, or it had Leif Echo grappled. However, when you did your teleport, because the Echo cannot be grappled, the pseudopod would have technically like kind of been holding it and then suddenly like moved through it. So it recognizes that that is not you, and it's going to attack you proper. That will hit you for 11 bludgeoning damage, and you are going to be grappled once again by it. And then it will try and bite you, Pluzak. The bite will hit for a additional, not additional, sorry, on you, 10 piercing plus 5 acid for 15 total damage. That is everything that it can possibly do, and it goes to Pluzak's turn.
And it looks bloodied.
Oh, more so than bloodied. It seems on its last legs. It will not survive another greatsword hit from Leif if he hits about what he hit before. I would have said a U, but you did 30 damage. That's a little bit more than I can actually conscientiously explain with. Here's a hit for a third of its health. Let me tell you that it's got more than that. Or less than that, I mean, sorry.
I want to create bonfire on it, but it doesn't take damage until it's its turn. So I don't want to do that.
Pluzak's just like, let it burn.
Well, you could just tell your party not to do anything until it burns. So that's your option.
No. I mean, it's gonna burn after we kill it anyway. Pluzak.
Hey, it's Pluzak. Yeah. Fair.
That's the
totally.
Maiden P way.
Does it anyways, just as foresight to what the end goal is.
Oh, God.
I'm just grappled, right?
You are just grappled, yes.
Not restrained. Okay.
Correct. Yes.
I need to do more damage than my.
I will tell you that if you
does.
want to try and escape this grapple, it actually is at disadvantage, though, because you're stuck to it. So, but nothing more than a grapple.
So we're just gonna do a level 1 inflict wounds.
All right, at this point, I'm
That's
just straight up tell you need higher than a 14, so good luck.
Oh my god.
Oof, crit fail ain't gonna do it. My dude.
Oh my god.
My dude! I don't know what to tell you, man. Sorry.
Oh my. I should have just did gaseous.
Hey,
cloud.
at this point, honestly, at that, you hit the echo. It disappears. It's been a while since we've had a
That's-
crit affect other teammates. Let's just do that.
And so
That's-
And now you gotta waste the bonus action. God damn it. Of all
Yeah.
things.
well,
I
I
know.
was bonus action for other things, but not now. Pluzak looks at Pluzak disappointingly.
I like it.
The frenemies relationship is so beautiful between you two, I'm not gonna lie.
Try and hit the sticky thing next time.
We will never do anything to cut each other down. Well, verbally maybe, but
Alright.
physically no. But we're gonna laugh
His
if
turns.
it happens.
His turn's
No.
over.
Now that Malus is gone.
Okay. If that's enough for you, Bluzak, it does go to Valine.
Let's see if Maline can make it in there.
Yeah,
So
I
we
think she
got
can probably get to the
10,
mouth of the cave.
20,
That's
30,
15 and that's
40.
20. So, oh, that's right. Is her movement 40 or is her movement 30?
Our movement's 40.
Yeah, so she can get there without the dash if you want to do something with line of sight. Yeah.
He is gonna say she'll touch.
Go for it. The old Necromancer special. I say that because both of you are quite adept at it, and that will certainly hit. Let's see how much damage she gets.
Big touch.
14.
Oh my god.
With a 14, I will tell you this hand kind of quickly grips around what you would think is a throat, potentially, on this giant-mouthed cube with pseudopods, and it strangles the life out of it with its necrotic damage. At that point, combat will have ended. I will give you all 360 experience.
Nice.
And yes, Kara, that means you and Mace, for hammering
You're
pitons.
welcome.
I didn't say shit.
I'm just clarifying. But yeah, good job, boys. Good job. I didn't think you were going to die or nothing,
Thank you.
but that's a fun little battle for
I
Blue
thought I
Dragon
was
Life.
going to.
You're getting pretty close.
I thought it was. I thought it was Latinus cube.
Yes, you thought it was a gelatinous. If it was a gelatinous cube, that would have been a lot more dangerous at that point, I think. But no, this was just a spitting mimic. The funny thing with this encounter is this is one of those things that, I love game design and things like that. And if you really take a step back and look, this was very clearly supposed to be your first encounter with a spitting mimic before you entered the city and dealt with them. So it's very funny to me
Yeah.
for you guys to have to come back and not have dealt with it before and be like, oh yeah, we're experts at killing these things now. We've seen these before. They were a motherfucker the first time we dealt with them. Oh,
Cackling
God.
in the background.
What'd you say? 318 for experience?
320, I thought I said. Yeah.
320.
360.
Oh, 360? 360. I closed out of the window, so if it was 360, then that's what you're taking. Yes, so that was that.
I light it on fire.
You light it on fire. I think that's more than fair. Its strangely sticky flesh will take up without much issue. And just... oop,
It goes up like gasoline.
there you go.
Nice.
And at that point, I guess Valine will just look at the two of you and be like, so, are we checking out the other way, or what's the next step?
Lane,
Who's that?
you didn't tell us it was a mimic.
I didn't know it was a mimic,
I was hoping it was something magical.
as was I. I mean, the first cube we found was.
Leif just kind of like, well, isn't a mimic magic? And they're gone. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Actually, Leif, as you go to walk away, your echo spawns next to you and gives you a thumbs up and nods. Yeah, it is.
And
then
then
just
trips and dies.
now, whether you believe yourself is another question, but oh god. All right, so while you two head back there, let me just step over. Kara, Mace, is there anything you guys want to chat about while you're managing? Anything you guys want to do? Just because time would be passing while you're doing your pitons and all that.
Well, I guess
Shouting down
So-
the tunnel. So what are your plans when you're done with all this?
Let the whole Underdark know.
I would honestly say to Kara, and basically, as she's all the way up, I can't really see her, but I'd pass
Honestly,
over the
we would be
idea
taking a
with her.
slight step back, to be fair, because you still had the whole plan to collapse the tunnel, and she would be, hammering her pitons in while you were doing that. All of that would have been
Right.
occurring while they were searching and fighting. So if you have a plan to collapse the tunnel that you want to get into as well, that's also possible right now. It's just this was kind of like switchback.
No. So, like, I do want to do that, but I'd ask Kara, incidentally, do you think it's worthwhile to talk to Leif about this? Because he's kind of got ice powers now, and it would be really easy if he could just, bring it down.
I never would have actually thought of that. That might work.
I'm just not sure if we trust that idea.
Well, you don't trust Leif?
Well, I trust him, but he doesn't have any experience handling anything more than his sword.
So how else is he going to get experience without making mistakes?
Fair enough.
Yeah, no,
well,
I'd say ask him. See if we can make that work. If not, then Pluzakarthus is gonna have a hell of a time when she and Valine come back here, and there's an army of drow trying to get in the front door.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. I'll try and make that happen then. I'll just start making my way. But
Hammer
before I
noises.
go start making my way, I'm just gonna turn around and say, do you need anything while I'm gone?
More of his rope.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but I mean, I'll ask.
That's not going to happen. It's probably true, but, fair. All right.
Leif just senses
Um,
somebody talking about his rope.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Mace, I would say by the time that
That's his
you head
divine
back,
providence. He is the realm of rope.
yeah, yeah, that's going to be the issue, right? Is he has a divine spark now, so as he continues to like progress, he's just going to become the god of rope. Like,
Oh my god.
oh
Nobody
god,
gets this ice.
it's
by
either
this
that or
rope.
alcohol. So let's be real, which one is less likely
Well,
to be fought over?
split up.
There's already a god
So
of alcohol,
there
most
are
likely.
already many gods of alcohol.
Right,
There are
exactly.
no gods of rope.
Exactly,
That's an
exactly.
open domain.
Anyway, I was going to say, so Mace, as you kind of re-enter the grove, Hathawin steps out of the tree, and I know you can't understand her, but you don't see anyone besides her and Kingsport here. Yeah, pretty much that. You just don't see anyone besides them.
Okay.
Are you looking for the other two? Do you just kind of walk in? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'd look around and I guess you know what? I'm gonna try and figure out where they went because I know I can't talk to her or to Kingsport. So
yeah, so it's like a survival
Uh,
check if you want to look for footprints. It's performance if you want to try and maybe like communicate with Hathawin to see if she can tell you. What method by which is Mace kind of looking?
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look for footprints, see if
Yeah, so
I
just
can
give me a
figure out
survival.
where they went.
Doesn't have to be too high. I mean, you're in an icy
I mean,
cave where
still.
only you guys have really been. So with a 3, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, figures.
Let's put it this way: you do know they're likely not in the direction of the Drow since you already were there. So everything else is free
Mhm.
game.
Right, makes sense. And for now, I think I'll stop there.
Okay. So we'll go back to the other two quickly. Sek, Leif, are you guys just gonna head up north at this point, or?
Hell yeah.
All
We're not
right.
gonna let some mimic scare us.
Oh man, we ain't letting the mimics stop us. I like that. So Pluzak, are you leading? Is Valine leading? Is Leif leading? Who's going first?
I'm gonna let Leif go because Leif, he's the one that really wants to see this thing.
Oh, yeah. As life passes, he'd be like, from what I remember, the creature was actually this way.
Okay.
And then I would come,
Yeah.
I guess, a little.
So Pluzak, how far do you follow him? Are you on his heel? Like, is this like typical marching orders? Like you're right behind him, or what's the? I think the only reason I ask is I feel like Pluzak is the type that's like, yeah, you go first, and then waits. Like, is that what you're doing, or are you with him? Like,
Baiting.
Yeah. So I was
baited
upstairs, so I had
exactly. Yeah.
if he's there, I would probably be going like that.
Okay, so you're about that. Okay, so please do a wisdom saving throw, both Pluzak and Leif.
Oh, easy day. Wisdom save? Nat 20
All day.
Oh, damn. That's actually.
Okay.
What's up?
Hold on. So
Jesus Christ, man. Is Kara here? What's going on? Why am I getting these rolls?
It's because I'm turning into a god.
that's actually that. Yeah, kinda.
Do you say that out loud?
No. Do you say
Oh.
is Kara here out loud?
Yes.
Oh. If you say is Kara here out loud, I'd turn around confused and go, no.
Okay. So Pluzak, you would just kind of freeze there. Literally, as you are stepping past, not past, but stepping into the room, you kind of freeze mid-step. Valine would see you do so. And you just chill there. Leif, you feel a small tinge, kind of similar to when you activate your slug, but beyond that, you are able to walk into the room without any issue. And essentially, you would see a flat sheet of cloudy ice is forming this wall in the 40-foot high cavern that you have seen before. There is a dark and humongous shape that shifts behind said wall, its tentacles waving unimpeded, despite the fact that it is a iceberg that it seems to be trapped within. You become aware that you are not alone inside your mind, as somehow this horror from another world has wormed its way inside you. However, as you have experience with this sort of thing, with the both the slug itself and also having experience with the crystal from the mind flayers and the mind flayers themselves even having communicated with you, you're able to rebuff this kind of effect without too much issue, and you are able to wander into the room without any issue in general. Just kind of, you're free, no problem. Pluzak, like I said, however, as this otherworldly entity kind of sits inside your mind, it freezes you up, and you are unable to do anything. You're essentially petrified in place, just to further clarify. But yeah,
Like legit petrified.
to be fair, you do not have the petrified effect. You are standing perfectly still and unable to do anything. So, petrified in the literal sense,
Would
more so than the effect sense.
Valine think something has happened to me, like has happened to her in the spire?
She would not believe it's the same thing. She would believe you're currently under the effect of some sort of spell of some sort. Yeah, she would judge spell, I guess, by her own experience, but she doesn't know how it happened. And again, it's almost as if you literally were walking, right? Like, so, like, imagine yourself halfway stepping. Like, literally, you had a foot forward, and the weight of yourself, like, shifted, and you fell. And you're just, like, stock still like a statue. Your flesh is not stone. There's nothing glowing on you or anything, but you're stuck in space. To her, again, magic is the first thing that comes to her mind, but she doesn't necessarily know what exactly is happening. And at that point, you're just stuck. Yeah.
Okay. We're not doing an initiative.
We can if you want. If you want to determine a turn order, I'm more than happy to. Nothing seems to be inherently attacking you, as in, once this happens
Okay.
to Pluzak, you are just stuck. Valine, as long as she is, as long as she sees this happen and stops and does not move further than where she currently is, nothing happens to her. And Leif is just kind of standing there, hands on hips, like looking at this thing in the ice. Like
Okay.
nothing seems to have happened to him.
So Valine would talk to Leif and say, Leif, something's got Maiden P, and are you good?
Yeah. So Valine says to you, much to that point, Leif, just like, Leif, something's happened to Maiden P. Are you okay? Just to give her the voice.
Yes. He looks over his shoulder. What's
I don't know. I'm really kind of nervous. Can we move? Can we stop for now?
We can. You think it's the tentacle boy?
I
mean,
haven't
can ask
approached
him.
it, and it hasn't eaten me or frozen me or what. She kind of like reaches forward and grabs Pluzak's shoulders. Grab his legs or her legs. Grab her legs. Grab her legs.
I never get to do anything fun. Walks back and helps pick up.
Okay. So at this point, Valine, I guess, would just grab Pluzak, and with you, she would start to kind of try and drag all of you. Like, honestly, I don't think she would stop until she gets to the forest or the trees, if anything. Like, she wants to get back to a safe zone. So, are you allowing that? You following her? Do you stop her at any point?
No, I mean that's fine. I think the only thing along the way I would just kind of ask her like, what happened? Everything seemed fine in there.
I don't know. I watched you walk in, and nothing happened, and then Maiden P walked in, and she stopped, just frozen solid. And I'm not taking another step into that room until we figure out why. And you would also both, like, as you reach here, like, you're talking as you're, both of you dragging Pluzak over, or Pluzakarthus over. Like, Pluzakarthus has not moved at all. Like, they are still stuck mid-step, so.
Kind of leaned her over, picked her up. Okay.
I guess
I
at this
mean-
point, Mace. Sorry, I have really bad
We'll just
hiccups.
see
Hold on a
them
second.
walking in.
Yeah, you would definitely see them coming in. Not necessarily walking. It's with a pretty loud fury. Like, Valine is dragging Pluzak. Leif is
Sure,
is
he'd
kinda,
have
like,
heard the
barely
whole
keeping
thing.
up. Since I think Leif only has like 30 feet of movement and Valine has 40, any of the larger spaces she would be dragging Leif along. Like, she's pulling Pluzak mostly with her own strength. So yeah, you definitely notice them come in with a storm here.
So I guess as they're rushing in, I'd be like, "Hey, did you end up finding what you guys needed?" And then realizing what the urgency of the moment, I'd say, "Whoa, what?" He'd just kind of rush over and say, "What happened?"
I don't know. Leif is fine, but Pluzakarthus is frozen, stuck. I'm not sure.
Right. Well, in that case, maybe do you happen to speak Elvish?
Why? What does Elvish have to do with anything?
Well, maybe the Dryad can do something.
I can speak slow.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
I would
Remind
do
me,
it
like, I think
personally,
she
but
does,
I'm
right?
out of any and all divine energy on me. So
Yeah, no, you're good. I think she does. Even if she doesn't, she can comprehend languages, potentially.
Yep, she could do that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's one of those things, if that's the only option, I think Valine would definitely do that in order to try and save Pluzak to some degree. Yeah, if that's the only way to speak Elvish, I think that Valine would probably cast the spell on that, unless you disagree.
I mean, she speaks Elvish.
Oh, if she speaks it, that's fine. Yeah, in that case, she turns to the trees and she'll say to Hathawin, like,
I knew they were speaking Druidic before.
and that's
That's
possible.
how I thought they were
don't
speaking.
have I don't have Hathawin pulled up, so definitely possible. Regardless, it seems like she is capable of communicating with Hathawin, so she will do so, and she will ask Hathawin if she can do anything. Hathawin will basically say, unless someone can dispel magic, no. If someone can dispel magic, then yes. But if not, Pluzakarthus is at their own disposal here. They will potentially be okay, but the last adventurers through here were not. How about that? I think that makes more sense.
What happened? What happened to the last adventurers?
The one that was stuck, well, they ended up quite a bloody mess. Actually, I gotta correct that. I will have Valine have asked that, but from this point forward, Valine is the only one that can communicate with Hathawin. So, if you want to ask a question, have Valine ask it.
Well, yeah, that's I guess if Valine's.
It makes sense for her to have asked it for you. Totally. I'm just trying to clarify
telephoning
that's how that's happening. So, yeah.
Leif would kind of tell Mace that he'd be like, we went in that room with the tentacle boy. It was probably that. It seemed like it was trying to talk to my slug, but it just wasn't good at it. So I assume maybe Bluzakarsus has a slug inside. I don't know what he keeps in that show, or they keep what. Well, I don't know what goes on. But I do have an idea if we can't dispel magic.
And what is that?
It's not out of the ordinary, but it's a little odd for us to do it. We will need Kara, though.
What are you trying to do?
Well, if she can bring me back, maybe she can bring Pluzakarthus back.
Valine
I
blinks
think she
a couple
probably
times,
can.
and she looks at Pluzakarthus, and she looks at you, and she says, I'm okay with this, but I kind of feel like maybe we should think if there's anything else we can do at all before that.
I can't think of literally anything else besides that right now. It's filling my mind. I would be happy to be the one to put them there.
Valine drags Pluzakarthus to the other side of her from you.
I'm just saying, it's not out of the ordinary. It's just a little odd.
I'm not disagreeing,
for us.
But let's be fair here. Death should be the last option, no matter what. Can we think of anything else? Literally anything else. I don't care if you try and attack that thing in the ice. Let's just try something.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm happy to try something else. The issue is, how quickly do you want this done? Because if you wait until tomorrow, I can deal with him.
I'm not waiting
But do
until
we have
tomorrow.
that time?
I get the feeling that if this lasts too long, Pluzakarthus might be in danger. Can we, not put them in danger, please? Okay, you know what? I need to step away from, half a second anyway to give my dogs their bones. I'll be right back. You guys discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Good discussion.
So we're gonna. I'm slamming a slice.
Pluzak.
I'm slamming a slice of pizza. We're gonna kill you. I just want you to know that. Don't worry. I know the lady at the desk. She's pretty cool.
You know, under normal circumstances, this would be the most stupid, ridiculous idea that would never be entertained. But because we've done it twice already, it has some ground.
Why don't you guys just try to attack the creature if it's a spell?
Behind the
Because
ice.
you have to use detect magic. All it does is have to lose concentration.
Can't get through that ice. I don't know. I don't feel like that is the way.
As the new god of ice who can manipulate it, I think you got a shot.
I don't know how we would get in there. I don't know.
You don't know how you get in the room?
Yeah, I don't remember how to get back there. Starts unsheathing sword.
So what's the plan? Just
Well, I guess we probably go back there and try and fight it.
so reluctant.
Well, I kind of wanted to know if it worked for everybody or just me. Because all I know for sure is it works for me.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back.
All I know is it works for me. And that's a scary thing coming from Leif. So what are we doing?
So far, it seems like they've decided on kill Flus.
The
What a
only one
fucking
that's not
solution.
about it. The only one that's not about it currently can't say anything.
Okay,
Let's be real. I think Valine would not be about that. So I will advocate for her perspective at least to say
Valina's understanding, though.
I would say Valine is understanding, but she's gonna at least posit. Is there anything else we can do? There's really nothing else you guys can think of?
I can go get Kara and see if she can do something, but I
Try.
think we're all pretty wiped after the city, so...
Well,
I mean,
I can go talk to the tentacle creature and see if he'll just let him go.
I think that Valine would say, because she's magic inclined, that if dispel magic is the thing that can cure this, then it just needs to lose concentration on the spell.
That's fair. I think that that's definitely a fair thing to share. Yeah, she would share that with you guys.
So you were saying beat the thing up?
A tiny bit.
Couldn't help to try. Couldn't hurt to try. There we go. Couldn't hurt to try.
All right. Well, I guess back to the room.
Okay.
That means
Go
you're
ahead.
trying.
Just gonna walk back in there, I guess.
Okay. Is Leif going alone?
Did anybody follow me?
That's a good
'Cause
question.
He would out loud. He would have been like, "Okay, I guess back into the room," and
Yeah,
then started.
I think
walking
Valine is
down
going to
the
stay
tunnel.
and try and like protect Pluzak. How about you, Mace?
Honestly,
You
I
don't think Valine
that...
would leave him with the Dryad? Leave her with the Dryad?
No, I think Valine's pretty worried about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say you're more
I think-
important than anything. So.
I know that my mere presence is at least going to be a little more useful than nothing, so I think I should just go with them.
Okay. So if you want to go with Leif, you can go with Leif. Just put yourself with him.
Yeah.
All right. So
that's-
Leif,
that's
you're
at
going to go
least something.
here, I assume, because you're going to walk right up to the wall. Mace, if you're following Leif, you're going to go about here, and then I need a wisdom save from you. Yes.
That's okay.
As we walk
Yeah.
in.
Listen,
Leif
I thought
just
it was
like,
okay
"It's
too
all
because
in
I had a
mine."
+9.
Right? I was with you, Pluzak. I honestly did not expect it to go Leif and not you. Not the other way around,
Okay.
my dude.
I got a +1.
Yeah, you got a +1.
Like,
He's
oh.
got a +9.
I was like, oh, this is great. Wisdom save? I got
Like,
this. It's
so
my best one.
every +1, my friend, is a 5% chance. He had 40% extra chance on you. And Mace, oh no! So Leif,
Yep.
Leif, you walk up to this wall, and you turn around, and you're like, so Mace, you wanna... Mace is standing halfway through stepping in the exact same place that Pluzak was. Totally frozen.
Leif's just like, me, damn it. I don't think. Can I drag? Can I even drag?
You could
Mace?
drag him. I think you can push, lift, or... You could probably push... What is it? Push, drag, or... push, lift, drag versus carry, whatever it is. You can drag him, yes. I don't think it's an
Okay.
issue.
I guess I would Leif Leif would get Mace back to
Oh
Believe
my
them.
god.
So
You
alright,
start dragging his ass back.
Yeah, I would take him all the way back here and kind of prop him up by Valine,
So Valine now
I'd
has
be
two
like-
statues next to
Yeah.
her.
and then I'm just gonna be like, I'm just saying, we there is another way, because now there's two of them.
Valine looks at you and is just like, I swear to God, Leif, if you don't find a solution to this, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Very worried, absolutely. Anyways, I'll just go back again since I'm the only one that can do this.
It is amazing that once you pass this, you don't have to do the save again, because it just means
I
Leif
thought I
keeps
was
to
gonna
keep
have to do it
going back and forth without any issue.
I thought, I guess before I leave, I would tell Valine, you might want to yell for Kara in case I don't come back.
She doesn't even wait for you to finish. She's just like, Kara! Your passive perception is definitely high enough to hear Valine call for you.
This is crazy.
Hera, looking up from what
This
she's
is
doing.
wild.
My people call.
Yes, certainly they do. All right, Leif. So you walk on up again, and you approach the ice wall. Anything you're doing, my man?
I guess
Oh my
I
God.
would try and
It's insane.
talk to it with Slug, thinking that it's an aquatic, right? Which I learned is a thing today. So maybe
boy.
it's a sluggy boy.
So as you reach out with your slug, you actually find that whatever this is is something that you are not able to comprehend as you touch its mind. It is sort of like how to
Not
describe this.
surprising.
You sense there is intelligence and comprehension in this creature's mind, but trying to understand it is like a 1980s computer trying to compute what a smartphone can do today. It is so beyond your grasp that while you are aware it is sentient, you do not actually feel capable of communicating with it.
Can I use suggestion on it?
You can try. You don't believe it would very likely succeed.
But it might.
You can try. Yep.
I mean, with what's been happening. Yeah, you just like release them.
Okay. So, what is the? I think it's a DC. It's like a saving throw for you.
Yep, DC 13.
Yeah. So it passes without much issue.
Damn
You
it.
don't feel like your
Great.
suggestion does much.
Would have been so great.
It would have. It would have. If it had crit failed, absolutely would have happened, but did not. So
Okay.
It did get a 2 though, and saved without a problem.
I got a 2. Damn. Okay. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna try and hit this wall with my sword then.
okay. Yep. You can definitely do that. Go ahead and give it a roll.
23
Definitely hits.
for 15.
Okay, so as you do 15 damage to it, you would feel that the sword collides with the ice and definitely chips away at it. Not enough to seem to do much like visual damage to it, but there's definitely a mark.
Do I notice the because I can kind of see the tentacles. Do they like shrivel back or anything when I hit
It
the wall?
wiggles. It definitely wiggles. Something. It seems to be affected is the wrong word, but it seems to respond to the sudden hit.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna do it a couple more times to just see what happens, I guess.
Go for it. Okay.
23, 15. Hell yeah.
Damn, he's hitting the same shit. So another 23 certainly hits it. You score the ice once again. You've almost made kind of like an X on the ice. You feel like the blow is deep enough that you actually see it kind of like there's one tentacle of the shadow that is actually in the scar that you've made in the ice. And it is wiggling and seems... Again, it doesn't seem to be hurt per se. Like it's not shying away from where you're cutting, but it is wiggling far more near it. There's some response for sure.
Do I think if I attacked it with my sword that I would hit it? Like the tentacle itself?
Judging by the way you've hit the wall so far, you think you would continue to carve at the wall, but whether or not that actually affects this creature, you're not actually 100% sure.
So it's not like I'm seeing like flesh tentacle. In
There's
a
no
little
there's no
cut.
blood or anything, but the tentacles that are close to where you have cut seem to be responding more than, or not even responding, seem to be moving more than the other tentacles. Like where you are cutting seems to at least be comprehensible to this thing. Whether or not it's hurting it, you're not sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we'll just 16
Okay, give me some more damage.
for 11.
Okay. So it's still sitting there, its tentacles writhing. However, it's not. Nothing seems to have happened yet. Besides, there is a large gash in the ice. You gonna keep going? You gonna say something?
So, no, wait on that. Wait on that. I guess. Yeah. I guess I'm just gonna keep hitting it.
Alrighty.
It seems to be doing something. 19 for another 11.
Okay. At this point, as you carve into the ice and the tentacles continue to thrash, the wall kind of fractures with your fourth hit, and as these cracks just kaleidoscope across the surface, you watch for just a moment as the tentacles writhe far more than they have so far, and then suddenly the shadow seems to back away, withdraw, and dissipate, and is no longer visible in the ice. Pluzak and Mace, suddenly you find yourselves freed.
Oh
as you
my
are
God.
able to once more
Era
move again.
gets there. All right, so what did you need my help for?
I don't know.
I don't want to
What do
think
we need
about it.
Kara's help for?
That's up to you two.
Us-
Kara,
For you, Leif,
Kara,
you're
look-
just staring at an empty ice wall now.
Then like is there like a
Kara's looking-
hole I could look into, like try and see this thing or anything? Like I know you said it back
There's
away.
definitely a large, like, carved out section where you were repeatedly hitting the wall with your sword, but it doesn't seem to be. There's no shadow anymore. There's no.
I'm fairly certain this thing's gone now.
Yes, it seems to be for sure.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Kara,
No,
Kara's-
I would just make my way back to the party then to check on them to see if that helped.
yeah, so after
Kara's
a
looking
good
at
30
Valine
seconds,
like-
Leif does show up.
What'd you call me for?
They were stuck and like watches Leif walk up. Did you do something?
Are they good now?
Yes. What did you do?
You know, just fix the problem like normal.
I don't know what that means. What did you do?
Sometimes the best place to be is the place you used to be.
What?
Does that even mean?
Luzak, Maiden P would say, you used that one already.
Sometimes that which is having to do was once done.
Kara will get on a knee, look down at Leif. Are you okay?
I attacked a wall and I think I fixed it. But I did want to kill him and see if you could bring him back. I'm not gonna lie.
Killing your friends is not the answer to all of your problems, Leif.
It is if you can bring him back.
But I might
sometime.
not always be there to bring them back.
Also, do I need to remind you about the whole game situation that we have going?
We're not in the radius of that, so it doesn't count right now, but it is going to be a problem in the near future. But what you don't realize, Leif, is that I'm pretty sure Valine is almost out of magic, and the two other people that could have brought me back, you wanted to kill.
Leif kind of looks down and he's like, "Fine, I won't try and kill my friends."
Good.
What did we learn?
My friends aren't targets. Damn it.
Yeah, and then he just he's kind of like, "Well, anyways, I fought whatever that creature was, and it ran off scared. I think we're fine.
Look, you solved the problem without having to kill your friends. You're already doing better.
But I didn't even get to kill the creature.
Oh, well, there's always going to be another one. You get to kill your father-in-law.
Oh, that's true.
Not many people can claim that.
Most don't get that privilege. That was very funny. Absolutely. Most don't get that privilege. Absolutely. Oh man.
And as we all know, that one is a monster, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Let me tell you, his daughter's a monster in bed.
Ooh.
Oh, got him.
Just, lightly pats on shoulder.
Oh lord, I cannot wait for you guys to meet her again.
I can.
She's gonna be blowing up pregnant.
Or she's going to have blown up because she's literally got a part of me, which means she's died every time I did.
Good. Yeah, good. Maybe.
Well, I think we've seen all that we need to see down here.
That was your best one-liner.
And that was the best. Approximately how long would you say that Pluzikars was frozen?
Maybe like 15 minutes.
That was the best 15 minutes of my life.
You lead
Huh.
a sad life.
Okay, bye.
Kara's going back to her work. Beautiful.
More or less.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, I will tell you, Blake, just so you know, as a player, well, you prevented both Mace and Pluzak as characters from suffering from long-term madness. So good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, you both were technically targeted by a Dominate monster spell. Technically being the fact that you're not monsters, but it works anyway. If you guys had been stuck in it for an hour, you would have had a intelligence saving throw to do. Otherwise, you would have taken damage or gotten long-term damage and gotten long-term madness.
Nice.
So yeah, good avoidance. We'll say that you guys are, definitely reaching the point where you're getting close to having spent most of the day, because that was a fair bit of a lot happening.
Fred.
But
Out of curiosity, how many spell slots did Valine have left?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11?
How many of them were level 4 or higher?
3?
Alright, so I might have been able... I was going to Greater Restoration one of you with
yeah, it could have been possible.
her magic to help out. But, yeah, just wanted to make sure there was magic to have done that with, and we didn't have to do it, so I didn't need to ask.
Right. So I'm going to say the rest of the day will probably be filled by Kara, making these tunnels passable on her part. Is there
Yeah,
anything?
because you get to use them on the way back to the city now.
Yeah. Is there anything the rest of you wish to do?
Valine would go over the spell book.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we can have her do one roll before the long rest.
Fluzak
Mace,
would-
Leaf, go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Fluzak would draw the spider brooch in
In his journal. Or
his
her
journal.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense, makes sense. The other two?
Leif would go to Mace, and he would, he'd kind of be like, so you know how we both have like these talking weapons, or had, or, I mean, you still do, but like, I don't, but did.
Okay.
Right. You remember when I got this and like kind of shows the snowflake? Remember all this? Remember when this happened?
Yeah. I
It
do.
was less than 24 hours ago, my friend. I don't know what you want.
Good. So did you hear music when that was happening?
No. Should I be
Actually,
concerned?
to be fair, you would have, Mace. Everyone
I
would
would
have heard
have,
the song.
okay.
Yeah. It was something that Fortuna was conscientiously doing in the parties.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's and
I'm
also
crazy.
just to clarify, it was the song in. If you look in the chat.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the most recent song. Yeah. Just
The Nightwish song.
make clear. Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't happen to have any insight on why she would have done that? Does Mace does Chance play you music? Does he do stuff like that?
Not exactly. I mean, I guess sometimes he's a little strange in regards of how he chooses to express himself, but do you mean anything particular by it?
Well, I mean, she had never done this, and then she chose to full on represent herself as who she is. I guess is a way of saying it.
Uh-huh. And this concerns you?
Well, I just, I was just trying to gain any information or thoughts. I don't normally hang around godlike things, and since I've been with you guys, now have done this twice.
Does it bother you?
It bothers me that she's gone.
Okay. I think here's the thing. My brother is not quite the same as Fortunia. Yes, they both might have been talking weapons and such, but it's not like they all work the same. How long did you know her for?
Oh God.
What a great question. Let's see what do you remember, Blake? How long has it been? I truly can give you a number if you would like.
I
but-
know.
I feel like the
I'm
history check is coming in.
Well,
play
yeah,
it.
I should. I'm just gonna throw. I'm definitely gonna history check to make
Okay.
sure.
You can roll a
but
history
just-
check. Yep.
But I want to just say a number, and then
Hope you crit fail.
you tell me before. This is just Blake saying this. You could just tell me. Well, that's completely wrong. But I want to say.
I love it. Just go with this number.
I want to
Say you're
say.
gonna say.
I want to say 4 months.
I don't think it was quite that long, but it has
I
definitely
originally
been
was thinking
at
2.
least a couple months.
I was thinking 2, and then I was like, that's too
So it's
short.
been about
Okay.
40 days to Angajuk. I gotta go earlier than that. I'm
I'll
going through
roll
old
history.
notes here. Yeah,
Oh,
roll
that-
history for me. Just let's
Yeah,
see
yeah,
how
yeah, okay,
much
okay,
Leif
okay.
remembers. But I also have to find the number. So
I mean, I would feel confident telling Mace a few months.
Okay.
I don't think he's
So-
looking for exact days.
No.
a few months
no.
is a very good answer in terms of like
Generous.
for yourself. If we are talking an actual number, hold on a sec. Would have been a little earlier than that. So sorry, I'm just trying to find the right day. So you guys are at like day 82.
That's almost 3 months. A bit over 3 months, right? No, almost 3 months.
Yeah. Well, so it would be 8 months, right? Sorry, you're right. 2 months. 2 months for 3 months. 30 days is a month. 10 days is a 10-day. 3 10 days per month. You're at 80, so you're almost at 3 months. Fortuna, I didn't highlight my dates. this far back. Oof.
That's okay. You know, like
It would have been at least 30 days, I believe, was the last date I saw. Give me a second, I can find a number. Man, I'm a bit disappointed in myself. This far back, I
that's
was
okay.
not keeping track of days the same way that I was close for you guys now.
Sometimes not too jumbled. It's correct. It's fine.
I mean, it was a minimum like 30 days back, but probably more. Over a month, for sure. There we go. Day 21 for the Knolls. Yeah, so that would have been day 18 to 20. So yeah, 60. So 2 months. 2 months is the exact answer for you, Leif. I would say months as an answer is very accurate.
Noise.
So there you go.
Okay. I would essentially just gently nudge Leif to you know a quiet corner in this garden, and I would sit him down, and I would say, okay, can you try to tell me? It's going to sound strange, but I need you to just think about it for a moment. Why do you miss Fortunia?
Ooh, let's see. Olaf would say, I miss Fortunia because she made me feel connected to my father still. I also
Eh.
felt stronger with her.
I mean, there are many ways of looking at it, but let me try and give you some context by explaining my relationship with Chance. We've known each other since forever. We grew up together, we trained together, and practically have the same lucid memories as each other. We are siblings in every respect of the word. I don't want to diminish your relationship to Fortunia because I don't know what it was like to be with her. But if you were talking to anyone else about this, any of them could probably go and tell you, hey, didn't know each other for very long. It didn't seem like you shared a lot of each other's lives. You know, I don't know how much you knew about her. It doesn't seem like she knew much about you. Well, I mean, she probably knew a lot more about you than you knew about her. And some of them might find it strange because, well, it would be kind of like a girlfriend that you just met with, had something with, and then left. But I don't understand it the same way. I think that whatever relationship you two did have was probably pretty important beyond what significance she might have had from your father, from any comfort she might have given you. But look at it this way. My brother is himself. I wield him, and we go into battle together like a singular unit. And despite all of this, I couldn't force him to do anything he didn't want to do in the first place. I don't know how it was for you and Fortunia, but maybe it's about time you try to memorialize and explore what she really meant to you. She was, at all points in time, as far as we were aware anyways, trying to show you something, teach you something. So how about doing her the favor of trying to learn? I'm sure she'd at least appreciate that. As far as the music goes, well, you said she was the goddess of fortune.
Yeah,
Right.
of luck, I think. Oh, yeah.
Well, I grew up actively hating the gods and mostly ignoring what they are and what they stand for, but I've had the chance to explore with all of you and think about how the world really works. Maybe there is something that there's to be said for those people out there that make all the decisions for us. She wants you to know something. She wants you to perhaps know her. So perhaps the music is just a way of giving you something to remember her by. That would be my guess.
I would say, Leif, just so, to connect the dots here, you would feel a general sense of acceptance at that concept, that perhaps the music was a way for her to try and have you understand her in, a moment where she realized it was the last chance to do so.
Leif would say he would say thank you for sharing about you and your brother, and for trying to help me understand something that I don't know much about.
Hey, it's all right. I mean, I guess I just don't want you making her the same as what you see in front of your eyes here. She might have been a weapon, but she was so much more. Make sure to keep that in mind.
Thank you, Claw. Well done. Well said. Anything else you want to ask, Leif?
I think that's yeah. No, I'm good.
Alrighty. Totally fair. Um, Alright. I'm just going to say at this point, it's definitely been a fair bit of time that has passed. So if you guys wish to just kind of kill time, quote unquote, until a long rest is occurable, it's definitely been a lot that's happened. Kara, you would be able to kind of finish your work without much impunity. So both the ice tunnels from the kind of forest here and the next ice tunnel up to where Kara currently is would be very much so prepared for you guys to leave as necessary. I have hiccups right now, sorry. If you wish to rejoin the party, Kara, you can definitely do so. If the party wishes to join her up on the northern end, that would also be doable. I would say it's definitely nearing the point where you guys have done enough. You can do a long rest if you wish to. Beyond that, it's just up to you guys. Anything you want to search, anything you want to do.
I would make mention that there's something behind the ice wall in this room. That's probably the only thing we haven't investigated at this point.
Ah, yes.
I would
I
ask
can
him if
recall.
it's not just one of those, ghostly apparitions that we encountered before.
I don't know.
I think that's
We'd
fair.
have to go there.
Yep.
We can get there by going up the tunnels that Kara has graciously hidden for us, and then we get to go by bodiless Bob and let him know that his body has been laid to rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and you know what? Just to clarify, I need to stand up in the bathroom quick, but we can do all this when I get back in 30 seconds or whatever. I guess it comes down to this. Do you guys want to rest here with Hathawin? Do you want to go up to Kara and rest? Or do you want to go visit the head before resting? Do you want to check out the room before resting? Like, I'm assuming at this point you guys are probably going to rest before leaving this area, because it seems like you're kind of talking towards that direction. And you've been kind of filling time in a way that I thought that's what you were working towards. And if that's not the case, we can of course do whatever. But what do you want to do before we hit the long rest point? What do you want to do after the long rest point? What do you want to do during the long rest? I think those are the three questions that I will ask when I come back, and I'll see you in 30 seconds, maybe a minute.
So, am I joining you? You guys joining me?
I don't know. What do you guys want to do? I mean, potentially, if something's following us, right? We going to Kara would be more safe. We'd kind of be leaving the Dryad and Kingsport, or I don't remember this dude's name.
The Penguin. It is
Yeah, the
Kingsport.
Penguin. Yeah, we'd be leaving them to fend on their own if that's the case. Right? Or we long rest where we are and then go, in the morning. Or we can go all the way up to Kara and then go check out the wall and then rest after we check out the person or the thing behind the wall. I think those are our three options.
I mean, we kind of established that this is the safest place to be, right? As far as long rest is concerned.
I mean, we don't know what else is going on up by Kara. We've explored most of this place, even with Arcane Eye, and saw that there wasn't really much going on except for that dead body zombie that was found in that room. Right, but I don't think it's going anywhere.
Right. Okay.
At the end of the day, the goal is to get out of the caves. My 2 cents is we rest here and then leave.
We
Yeah,
also don't
okay.
know when the army of Drow are showing up. We would be right in the path of the army of Drow if we rest here.
Yes and no, because they came from this place.
Yeah,
like
but they
on
would
the
be going
left.
to the city, and if we stay with the Dryad, then they're going to pass through there.
Well, I guess my question is, how much longer do we want to spend in these caves?
I mean, I don't care if we exit right now. I mean, I'm just a curious person and would like to see what's behind the ice. But
Well, we know it was behind the ice. Some eldritch abomination
no, the
that
other one,
mind fucked people.
the other one, there's something else behind the ice over here.
Well, once
oh,
do you want
which-
to do that now or after long rest? Because I feel like I don't.
Well,
we
if
can't
there's-
take any more surprises right now.
Didn't we do that when we were exploring the caves for the vampire already?
No, that person was released further down.
No, but when we explored the caves, we definitely went into that pocket.
Yes, and we saw something behind the ice. A figure.
Oh, well,
But
even if
that's
that
all
is
we
the
know.
case, up here is closer to that position.
Yeah.
Alright, I am back. Sorry for the delay.
No worries.
We got a plan?
So
No, we're still debating.
yeah, in a way, we are agreeing to stay here to rest. I think at the very least.
All right, so I'm coming back to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
D100?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Okay. Sure, I'll do it too.
Oh no, we all die.
You all die. That's it. 88 damage to all of you.
I'm dead. All right, so Kara's here. We're gonna long
Fun
rest
fact,
here.
if you're dragging your token and hit right click, it now has a counter go out.
That's cool. Okay, so all of you reconvene. Kara, you have no idea what has happened in your absence.
Nope.
Um,
Damn clue.
so at this point, I would definitely let you guys just take a long rest if that's what you're looking to do. I think there is a degree to which you all have stuff you can do during a long rest if you'd like. Valine can try and decipher spellbooks. Bluzak, you can help. Kara, if you want to commune with your gods. Leif, if you want to, try and learn more about Fortunia. There's definitely options. Yeah, you guys just want to take the long rest? Do you want to do anything during the long rest? You want to discuss future plans? What are we thinking? What's the plan here?
I think
Take the long
at
rest,
the
right?
very least. I mean, from here we're just returning to the 10 towns. Yeah.
Yes.
That's my plan, yeah.
Just returning. Yes.
Right. Assuming nothing else happens on the way.
Well, I would even posit, just as a kind of devil's advocate, since it's something you guys haven't thought about in a while, but it's something your characters would be aware of. When you guys headed here, you had dog sleds. Now, I'm not really keeping track of rations and things like that, so it's not like it's necessarily going to be as much of a task as it might have been. But in terms of how easy it was to get here versus how easy it will be to get back, that is a very different task. So the question of, are we just going back to the 10 towns? How are we doing that? Like, that sort of discussion might be something worth doing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I still have 250 pounds worth of rations.
Yeah, again, we reached a point where it was very clear that it was not a question I had to worry about, so it's not going to be something to worry about, but my point was more like in terms of speed. I already know exactly how long it will take for you guys to get back, but what do you guys want to do? How long do you think? Like, what? My point was more how you got here versus how you're getting back are very different things, so.
I have a dumb idea that might work.
And that's up to you. That's up to you. That's up to the party. That's up to however you want to do stuff. Now's
go
the
back
discussion,
to-
it seems.
I go back to size huge Kara, they tie a rope to me, and I drag them via sled while I'm flying.
It could be doable. I mean, that's, you need to make or find a sled, and that's 80 feet per turn dashing. But, yeah.
It's an option.
Okay.
It's an option.
It's gonna be like a Santa's sleigh kind of thing, where we're flying in the air.
Does anyone have
via
a spell
Kara.
that does, like, a fucking clone no jutsu from Naruto? We can get, like, 8 Karas, all naked, because the sexy no jutsu.
Did
You
anybody
said it,
do
not me.
foldable boat? Anyone? Yeah, foldable boat. No,
Nope.
that would have helped. That would have been a sled.
But we get outside. Well, maybe the bear tribe or whatever it was that helped us get in here has been keeping watch to look see what's going on, and we can use them for help. Like, we have to get outside before we can determine how we're getting back, because we don't know what outside looks like right now.
Yeah, and I could res skeletons, right? So that we have like 8 skeletons pulling us.
Yeah, that's not
Oh
a bad
my
idea.
god, Fred. You need to stop fucking referencing the Buckerson and Myers campaign that I never set you. You keep doing peppermint pissy shit. They had oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Carriage pulled by zombies. Like, you're literally calling out shit you don't know. This isn't fair.
Yeah, great.
Hey, to be fair, the carriage pull was my idea. Stop giving him credit for
He
it.
said zombies, not you. or skeletons, technically, but he was the one who said it, yeah.
Yeah, so long rest.
Long rest.
That's 2.
Yeah, long rest.
Long rest.
Well, let's be fair. It's 2, but it's Kara, which means you guys are taking a long rest.
Oh no. Very true. Very true.
All right. So at this point, you guys can
Wait,
absolutely...
why does my vote somehow mean we're taking a
Because
long
if
rest?
you were to go and watch all the episodes that I have on YouTube, you would realize the number of times that Kara says long rest and then a long rest happens is 100%.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that's 100% on you, but the fact that you have 100% swing rate on that doesn't mean I can't make fun of it.
Now I'm somewhat self-conscious of this.
Regardless, you guys can take
Good.
the long rest at your leisure. I would ask, however, because you have the long rest to do things, and I say this specifically because of Pluzakarthus and Valine, but also Leif has some options here, Mace has some options here, and Kara might have options here that I'm not thinking of. Anything you want to do during the long rest?
I'm assuming you're just let me do spellbook once a day.
Spellbook. If you wish to help Valine, I think I told you last time, the rules
Yeah.
regarding that. So you can do that. Mace can help you if you want to try and bring him in. You have 2 spellbooks you could do, and at this point, I guess I should say, if you wish, Valine can do a roll on a spellbook, and you can do a roll on a spellbook if you want. Any Arcana proficiency will let you do an attempt to translate as long as you have the language. So if you as Maiden P, if you as Maiden P wish to take Professor Scant and try and do a translation on Iriolarthus' spellbook, you can do that separate of Valine trying to translate the spellbook she found, or you can both try and just do one. It will be different chances on each and all that, if that makes sense.
I think we're gonna go with Ariolarthus's first.
Okay, totally fair. Which level spell slot would you wish to try and translate?
Trying to find the link so I can remember.
I can resend it if you need. Let me know.
Just magic item. Yeah, this is it. We're gonna go 3rd level.
3rd level? Okay.
Yep.
So I need 2 things from you. 3 things. First thing, is this just Valine translating, or is Pluzak attempting to help?
Bluzak's gonna help.
Okay. Are you reaching out to Mace? I guess 4, because that is a separate question.
No.
Okay. Roll me... highs and lows is the second, or third, technically.
Highs and lows.
Highs or lows, your choice.
Oh, it's been a great night. Highs.
Okay. For the last, 3rd or 4th, depending on which way you're counting, roll me a D100.
Here we go, boys.
You managed to hit it. If it was 1 to 30, you would have not. But because you chose highs, 70 to 100 works, and you are able to decipher that 3rd level spell slot list of spells. You can add that to Valine's spell list at any point you wish.
Do that.
Yes, take your time. That is a fair number of spells that you have to add to her spell sheet. Congratulations, though, on your first chapter of Iriolarthus' incantations deciphered.
She can now dispel magic.
That is correct, which is exactly a good choice. I noticed that, and I was like, yes, I'm glad. So, the rest of you, so we got Mace, Leif, and Kara, what are we thinking? What are you guys doing during your long rest? Just sleeping? Being nerds?
I will continue with the line of questioning I started before all hell broke loose. So when we get back, what do you guys plan on doing?
Honestly, I haven't figured anything out. We barely managed to beat Oral, and it bears mentioning that the Hex is significantly smarter. So I don't know what we would have to do in order to deal with a threat like that.
Well, I see 2 options. The first is we kick in the front door to his house and burn it to the ground. The second is we make enough of a stink that he comes to our house to try to burn it down and we kill him at the front door.
My expectation is option 1, by the way. That's what I think you guys are going to do. I might be wrong, but that's what I was expecting. You're a very active party.
Option 3, we have what he wants and we use it as bait to make him come to us. Slowly looks at Leif.
Right.
Leif pulls
And
his
that's-
waistband out and looks at his cock.
Right, my seed. I gave his family.
He's actually right, though.
Well, you're half right.
Oh, God. What an amazing...
Hey, hear me
I-
out. Hear me
Uh-oh.
out.
What's Pluzak thinking? Sorry,
We
made
bait him. We bait him to go to Oral's Island.
And we make him face the Tarrasque. Is that
So,
what you're
Leif,
saying?
we leave your necklace in her tassel, and we set up a fucking... Someone, definitely at this point, someone has a magic circle or whatever it's called, right? Like, we
Yes,
set it up
yeah.
with the scroll of Tarrasque I see where Pluzak's going. I hear you, Fred. I'm with you.
I mean,
And we just walk away. We see what
It just-
happens.
it sounds like my plan.
You know what?
Just
I need
slightly
to go,
modified.
I kind of need to go look at that now. Now I'm kind of curious. Between those two characters, who would win?
See, I knew you would like it, Kara.
I was talking as Chris, but yeah, that too. Because it almost sounds like my plan. And when he finally does pick it up and we see the Tarask moving, we just drop a comment on it.
I'm actually curious. I'm gonna roll the numbers. You guys keep talking about what you're doing during a long rest.
But
You're
once
usually
we're done
the
with...
wise one.
What's up?
You're usually the wise one, but the fact that you're suggesting dangling godly power in front of someone who can very easily slip past us whatever he wants
Well,
is a little concerning.
here's the thing. We do it on our terms because someone who could easily slip past us and take it anyway still exists. We just use that against them. Yeah, I thought it was a good idea too.
I mean, you know what? I trust you. You're right.
I think the Hex
I'm-
would lose
I'm
just by
open to
sheer
op-
nature of action economy. Because goddamn, sometimes legendary creatures can do a lot.
Uh-huh.
And that's without mentioning lair actions.
You don't say.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair, at least the Tarask doesn't have any layer actions, because you are absolutely correct, Claw. But no, even in terms of just the Tarask as a creature, it makes 5 attacks. That's not counting legendary actions or traits or anything else. So, okay.
So what you're saying is,
Yes, you have a
Good
crazy
idea.
weapon. Good luck controlling it.
Well, that's
We
why we
don't.
release
We
it.
just-
That's why we release it on the island. It can go nowhere.
Yeah. Well, I think I
Yeah.
told you there is actually a set of what happens if you release it on the island. So that's a possibility. That's up to you guys, regardless.
Oh, that's basically my plan is to lure him in using the idea of he can attain that godly power that he was looking for, because he'll find out one way or another that we have this, or specifically that Leif has this, and he'll stop at nothing to get it.
Your point?
And then we
We,
just
we can either let him try and have to scramble to recover, or we put it in a scenario where we have a 50-50 chance. Because if we don't, and he just comes to take it one day, our chance is like 90 to 10, where we're the 10.
You know, I don't have a better plan, so why not?
But the whole set it up on Oral's Island and firebomb him with a Tarask, yeah, I like that. I'm down for that. Keep civilian populations to a minimum. I get to blow up Oral's Island.
I mean, so just because her stat is high enough, Valine would kind of look at you and blink a couple times and just ask quickly, this thing, guy, person, this thing you're talking about, you think it would come to where you're waiting?
If its desire is strong enough, maybe. The island might be a bit of a stretch.
Okay, you have fun with a maybe. And then she just kind of turns away.
I mean, I'm open to whatever you're suggesting.
I'm not suggesting anything. It's just, you said it had to come to you, and I was questioning why, and you don't seem to have an answer.
Well, it wants to become a god. Points to Leif. He's turning into one.
And how long can you wait versus how long can it wait?
Well, I could wait forever.
And that's you.
All right, you guys are mortal.
I love that we've officially gotten to the point where Kara started as an amnesiac mortal who has now reached the point where she has forgotten the rest of her party has potential to die. Beautiful.
Yeah.
You come full circle. What are we talking about?
Full 180. Full 180. It's not full circle. It's full 180, though.
I'd like to think I'm doing my part.
You absolutely are. It was a great
I'm
point.
doing my part.
And can't die. Oh, God.
Look, I'm open to suggestions, guys. Just, I'm throwing out some. I'm not hearing counter offers.
I think we get intel first, right? I mean, his daughter's still around. Surely she knows something. Beyond that, we'd be just marching into hell, unarmed.
So this is the part where I have to question what the hell you're talking about. You said something about a daughter? What?
So, what do you
Throwing-
know about the hex?
Throwing back out there, Valine is vastly confused about what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. So, just to restart that question. So, what do you know about the hex?
Like, as in a spell, or as in, like, the thing that people do because they're idiots?
The second one, because that's how they summon the assassin organization known as the Hex.
Oh, you mean that curse is real?
Uh-huh, except it's not a curse per se. It's a megalomaniac and his kin that tried to elevate themselves to the point of a myth and a urban legend, but
Well,
actually go around murdering people.
I would say they did a good job, at least.
Yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of what I heard, there's like, again, you have the spell and you have the thing. And they're
Yeah,
the
well-
thing, so...
So, in reference to that, a child of the thing traveled with us for a little while. You might have remembered him. He was the one with the mask.
She kind of taps her chin and then goes, "Oh, the asshole!"
Yeah, him. Points to Leif. He impregnated his daughter.
Leif just kind of shrugs, and then the echo pops out. One of us was there too.
She is so vastly, visibly confused by this statement. She's just like, I guess if you... Okay, I just have to ask, because I'm just so lost. Was the one who was with your party the daughter?
No, well,
So-
not all the time.
Not
They're
all the
shapeshifters.
time? She walks over to you, Leif, at this point, and she lays one big turtly hand on your shoulder, and she leans in very close to your face, and she just asks, "Did you fuck the rude one?"
No. Well, no, I don't think. I did forget that
Not
they
physically.
Are you
did
sure?
were. I
If
forgot
they
were
are
shapeshifters.
shapeshifters, are
Right.
you 100% sure they were not the same person?
100% is a big fraction.
Oh my god, you fucked him. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's like walking back to Pluzek with her head in her hands, and she's he fucked him. They fucked each other. They fucked
So-
each other.
That whole point where I said you get to kill a monster that's your father-in-law was
Right.
talking about the Hex.
My father-in-law. His! And points to Leif.
Yeah, that's what I was. You weren't there when I was telling him that his solution isn't to kill all his friends. And that if
At
he wants
this
to kill
point,
them all-
I'm just disgusted and lost.
Yeah, you weren't there for it at the time, so I guess that wouldn't make sense.
And I'm hopeful to not be there for it in the future. Looks at Pluzak hopefully.
I said I wanted to go back to the city.
She grabs your shoulder and starts walking towards the tunnel.
Yes.
Fuck it, I'll find a way to cast a sending spell. I
that's
don't
what
need
she
to
did.
deal with
Is this
incest
sending?
family death cult.
Not incest family death cult.
To be fair, none of us are related.
He fucked the sun daughter, points to Leif.
Sure, but how is that incest?
I'm not sure, and I'm not sticking around to find out.
Good luck with the war.
Stops, turns on her heel, and looks at you. Oh my god, you're right. And I don't have a sending spell. Walks back over to Pluzak, just like, well,
No, if you die in battle, you come back to me. I'm just saying.
does Valine at this point? Is that accepted from you?
My conditions to Pluzak were if they die in battle, they're mine.
For Pluzak, does that count for Valine?
I consider her one of my
See,
Harryar at this
I-
point.
Okay, as long as you do, because, Valine is a ward of Pluzak, so, or Pluzak, Madam P? Madam P. Valine is a ward of Madam
Madam
P
P.
at this point, so.
Madam PP.
All right, but I guess the question becomes: do you own her, soul in total, or is she just indentured to you?
I would put it this way. Because of the way that this Crassus is built, if it dies, the soul drops back to the array that is within it. The body might not be recoverable, but because Pluzak has the capacity to manipulate that soul array, Pluzak, or Pluzakarthus, Madam P, has first dibs because the soul itself doesn't immediately dissipate. If the soul dissipates from the array and you have it claimed as an Einherjar, you then get access to it.
Then there's an order of operations. My point still stands.
Totally, 100%. I'm just clarifying that for you as a player because technically with how things have been built, as long as that array exists trapping her soul, it kind of removes it from your access, and your access removes it from achieving afterlife. So there are steps to this. Exactly to that point.
Sure, but it falls in battle. If they both die in battle and that array fails, it means that it's what it is.
If they both die in battle and Pluzakarthus is not there to actually manipulate that array, then yeah, at some point it would probably decay and release her soul and it's yours. So yes, you are 100% correct. Yes. It's just
That is
again,
the only. That
I'm
is
just
the
trying to
only point
the only
I'm
reason I'm
trying to make.
stipulating it is because it's to that effect of with how you guys have built this campaign. I want to give Plusacarthus their due of they have this method of doing the thing they're doing, but because Kara also supersedes death, you have your thing of doing the thing you're doing. So all of it exists.
I am merely stating if they fall in battle and there is no interference,
Mhm.
mine.
Honestly, at this point, I would say Kara's Einherjar ability is even more so fall in battle. If you've claimed someone you've fought alongside, much like both of them, it's kind of the same thing. Just so you know, I only say that because if you and I wish to discuss this at some point, I also include characters like Ravnus, who is not with you anymore, or even things like Jinglong, or I guess did you ever really fight with his wife? Not really, but Jinglong would count.
The swordsman.
Imdra would count. The swordsman
would
the
count.
swordsman would count. Yeah. So characters like that would also count to a degree, just so you know. I don't know if it'll ever actually become a thing, but just narratively, especially with the way you and I work with that stuff, just so you know that's a thing too.
Yep. Anyway, my statement being made as it was.
Yep. Anyway, while you guys are resting, Hathwin and Kingsport would kind of be, hemming and hawing along with you guys. Hathwin would, of course, offer any pairs, if you guys wish some, to Pluzak. And I would say that about halfway through your rest, you would all kind of notice she seems to be doting on the penguin. She's feeding it pears. She's constantly brushing its head. Honestly, you almost start to get concerned.
Someone who cannot speak her language, I sleep.
Okay, so Kara's just gonna pass by it.
Uh,
Pluzak, I feel like the fact that you've twice, you just like slow blink, like one eye and then the other, as you try and consider the fact of what might be occurring in front of you. Oh no, have we created an abusive situation? Yes, you have.
Penguins can speak English, and he didn't call for help. So
All I'm saying is, you guys brought a penguin that was a slave to a character that was attention deprived.
Hey guys,
match made in heaven.
everything
I love that's how you
going
read
okay?
it. Kingsport looks at you and like kind of blinks and just squawks. What languages do you speak? Or actually, you say that in common? I think it speaks common. I gotta.
Doesn't it speak Aquan?
I do believe I have Kingsport up. I just gotta find it. Give me a sec. I thought I had him. Did I close out of him? Hold on one sec. There he is. Kingsport. Common. That's it, my dude.
Okay, yeah. So I'll talk in common.
Okay. So it's just.
So she doesn't understand.
No, she doesn't, but it squawks back at you just like, I love this life you've brought me to. It's so much more peaceful. Reaches out with its beak and just like nibbles a little bit of pear from Hathawin's hand.
Oh, so you're good? You happy?
Oh, I'm more happy than you can imagine. I love this place. Little
Blink
cold.
once if you're in distress.
Nope, no distress, no distress. I hug her. It's wonderful. Reaches its little penguin-y flaps around her body. She reaches her arms around its little penguin-y neck.
Okay, and in Druidic to the Dryad, everything been going well?
I am so happy you have brought me a companion who has promised to stay with me my entire life. I think that's what it's promised. You gave me a little bit of like a
Forever and
translation
ever.
guide, and it said something about forever, and I thought it said love, but it might have said servant, and I'm not sure.
Kingsport, did you tell her you love her forever?
She's the greatest! Stops. Realizes.
Kingsport,
Its like beak is open, but it refuses to continue talking.
can you help me over here?
Who are you saying that to?
Kingsport?
Kingsport has its beak open, and it just follows you, but it refuses to continue saying what it was saying, so it just leaves its beak open.
Do you love her forever?
It turns around and starts walking away.
you promise.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. As he's walking away.
Oh, God. Oh, interesting.
It's a third level spell.
I absolutely know what you're doing here, but you're reading this the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you were actually like cast with that before, right? Like Hathawin actually caught you. Is that right? Am I remembering that wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're absolutely worried. Hold on. I need to look this up. Where's my purple pears? Give me a second. My God. Frozen Grove. Okay.
Wait, how
So-
many pears did she feed him?
No, it's not that. It's not that. I'm going to give this for all of you because I think this is contextually very funny. So Hathawin as a dryad has an ability called Fey Charm that she actually hit Pluzak with at one point. So she can charm creatures that are nearby if they fail. I rolled this a long time ago. Not Scriven's Cry. What's this thing's name?
Kingsport.
Kingsport passed. He is not currently under her charm. Pluzak is worried that he is under her charm. So
Yes.
that's what he's worried. He's casting his spell magic to make sure Kingsport is not under her charm. The problem is, Kingsport came from an abusive relationship where he was forced to serve his master, and Hathawin is so needy and wanting to keep company. She is willing to serve hand and foot
Serve hand.
anyone
Yeah.
nearby. So he is treating her abusively the way that his master used to treat him. Pluzak is picking up on that and has dispelled magic to make sure that the penguin is not doing this under the guise of the Dryad's charm, and that is not the case. So you dispel magic and nothing happens, and it is going to continue running
Okay.
towards the Dryad.
Okay.
So, as a player, Fred, you are buying into it perfectly, and great job trying, but no, it is the opposite way.
And then, I would say to Kingsport, like, you're being fair, right?
It just kind of stares at you, just looks over to the Dryad. You love me, right? And she's like, yes, your company is the most amazing thing I have ever had. Please stay with me.
Just remember your roots.
The
Remember
Dryad
who
points
you
to
are.
all of the trees.
No. This was in common. She has no clue what I'm saying.
Okay, if it's in common, that is fair. It is just Kingsport, yeah.
You know, you didn't like Scribenscry when he was doing this to you. So, just because they say one thing doesn't mean they mean it,
So he kind of looks at you, and he shoots a glance at Hathawin. And then he looks back and he says, she has not complained.
And have you complained to Scribenscry to his face?
You watch as he seems aghast, and he's like, Scrivenscry would kill me.
And if she decides to leave,
Seems aghast again. I might die.
would you
If
kill
the
her?
trees die, I will die. If I can't see, if she can't guide me, I'll die. Oh God, you're right. Oh God, you're right. And he sprints off in this direction towards Hathawin.
How does he know where she is?
Blind sight.
Smell.
Blood sense.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay. All right. There it is. You need each
So-
other.
So as you turn to watch him run, he just kind of do you know what a dagoza is, if I were to say that term?
Oh.
It's a Japanese term.
I do.
Okay.
You have the
so,
internet at my fingertips.
Yeah, Degoza, I think. I will also look it up at the same time to make sure.
Yep.
So he kind of slides head first, right, in a deep bowing position towards Hathawin, and he's just like, sorry, please don't, sorry, make me survive, want to live with you, be best friends. And she doesn't understand a word of it, but she looks between you and him.
I would translate to her that he is sorry. He he is your equal.
Oh, I didn't realize
You are-
thought otherwise. I really like being a host, and I enjoyed feeding him and sleeping with him.
And
And-
you can continue. Okay.
Am I still allowed to touch him?
You
Sexually?
can, or non-sexually, whichever you want. But remember, if you get tired of it, if there's some other portal that comes in town, you are free to do what you want.
She wraps both her arms around Kingsport, and Kingsport kind of is very confused, but also reaches his penguiny arms around her, and is just like, I want his babies, even though I can't have them.
You can always try as many times as you want. Hey guys, she wants Kingsport's babies. I just want you all to have the same mental picture that I'm having.
So Pluzak being scarred by this conversation turns to the rest of you and in common alerts you all to what's happening in front of you. That's my favorite part of tonight, I think.
Leif just gives a thumbs up to Kingsport.
And I would teach each
Kingsport
other.
gives a fins up back.
I would
So,
teach each
Carol-
other. I love you.
Carol would
as
look
a
over
word
at
in each
Valine
other's
and be
language.
like, "And you thought our shenanigans were worse? Look what you're messing."
He looks at Pluzak, then looks at you guys and says, I'm pretty sure that she just let you know what happened. I don't think any of this goes back to her.
I know it's in another realm, but the denial is a large river.
Wonderful. Oh, God. Anything else, Pluzak?
No, I think that is good enough.
Pluzak slowly backs away from the new couple.
Kara's like, "I'm gonna rest a level up."
You might not see what's happening, but the wet,
But you can
sloppy
hear it.
sounds certainly resonate as they echo through the tunnels. Oh,
Yummy.
that's horrifying.
You're the one who came up with it.
No, I blame Fred, but I'm more than certainly willing to
It's definitely my.
indulge the fun. Oh my God. Well, so Pluzak Arthas, you've officially made a new couple.
Hey man, we gotta do something here. You know, it's a very bleak place.
The tree penguin babies will be beautiful.
Yes, that won't happen.
Wonderful.
So that we know of. You next to the city of fucking magic where they make horrible monsters and mutation. You don't know what
That's
they
very
did
true.
to that tribe.
Magic radiation makes Hathawin possible to be impregnated by a.
And now we're going to have dryad penguin super mutants running around.
That'd be awesome.
It would be,
Because they would-
honestly.
It would be our friends.
Oh, holy shit.
Would they?
What you
would
find
they?
out is, like, you have to carry around the pairs that they produce, and when you throw them, it, like, spawns, like, 24-hour penguin babies that will do some sort of
Yes.
magical effect. You have to roll on, like, a D100.
That would be awesome. Just like wild
fucking
magic.
hilarious. Exactly.
It's the bag of magic beans, except it's the pair of fucking penguins.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking crazy idea. Okay. Well, I'll have to consider
Steering
whether I build
right there.
that in the future. Regardless, back to the party.
Trademark.
I mean, you guys still get your long rest. Kara is clearly staying away from the fucking grove. How about the rest of you? Are you staying within the love nest of the penguin and the dryad?
Oh yeah.
Pluzak wants
Yeah.
to see what he has produced, or she has produced. Wonderful. Oh, God. Alright. Honestly, taking a step back from the crazy, you guys most certainly can just do your long rest at this point. And I guess I would ask, is your intention just to go through the tunnels? Or
I think so.
I would like to get out of the tunnels at this point, but that
are
is
you going
just
to
me.
follow the route that Kara has prepared for you? Or are you going to go up the direction that Pluzak and Valine cleared?
I'm following Kara's route, I think.
Okay.
Or at least that's my vote.
And you can go that way. How about Leif, Pluzak, and Valine?
I'm following.
We can go Kara's route.
So if all of you are going to go Kara's route, just place yourselves to the top left corner where you first entered the caves.
1 second.
Yep, no rush.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's 15.
What's awesome? What do we miss?
That's getting my staff of power charges back.
Ah, that is smart. Leif, you as well can get some charges back if you look at your necklace.
Query.
So make sure you roll.
8 plus.
Are we still under
4.
the effect of the city's magic and therefore can't get the temp HP from the Morning Lord, or do we get that back now?
No, in the caves you would more than be able to get your temp HP back on top of your full HP. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Nope. Good question for sure.
Actors.
Okay. So as you guys head towards the exits of the cave, you approach a solid wall of ice. If you think back, this is, free history check essentially. You realize when you approached this kind of junction from the other side, it was a giant frozen waterfall.
Yep.
And you had Mace read aloud the Rime of the Frostmaiden to crack it and open it long enough for you to enter. And then it was sealed closed behind you when Aurel herself made her way through the caverns.
Okay.
So Mace, you're gonna do the Rime of the Frostmaiden, see if we can get through.
Nice.
I suppose there is no other choice.
And I mean, that's if the magic works. I mean,
Well, Technically, Oral's magic is still around, so I don't see why it shouldn't. So I will go ahead and recite the rhyme
While
of the
this
first
is
thing.
happening and he recites the rhyme, I'm gonna pay attention to Leif and see if anything happens.
Interesting. Okay. So let's do this. Hold on a sec. Let me send this to you, Claw, and you can do just that.
Right, yes, the actual rhyme.
Yeah, I'll you have it. It's still the book is still within your possession.
Yeah.
And actually, to that point, just so you as a character know, none of the rest of them know this. You still have cold resistance. There is still clearly power to this book, but you know whether or not this rhyme works is up to what happens when you read it. So go ahead and read it.
So I guess it goes. He would just flip through it nonchalantly, and he'd say, "Bow to she who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, her snow enshrouds the dead. Her fury sheds but frozen tears as grey clouds issue forth. Her wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in her cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, she conjures paradise. Behold her everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those she traps in time behind her glacial wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war, long live the queen of cold and frost, may she reign forevermore.
So as you recant this, a kind of general thrum of power echoes out for just a moment. Leif, you in general actually feel almost a heat from the amulet around your neck. However, nothing seems to occur.
No, nice. Nice. Easy day.
Mace, I would tell you, as you read this, again, you sense there is still power in this book, but something just feels wrong to you.
Okay. I
Replace
guess at this
Frostmaiden
very
with-
moment, nothing happens.
Correct.
Kara will look at Leif. Hey, Leif,
Yeah.
you think you could do something about the ice?
I mean, I can try.
Whatever you can do is more than enough. After all,
Okay.
a prayer was just said to you.
I do feel like maybe I'm maybe a little more stronger. It felt like maybe my necklace has the power.
Maybe press it up against the snow. See if it goes away.
Well, what if I mean, I don't know. Who the rhyme when we said it was for Arl, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if I'm Arl? What if we
What?
just need to make it for me?
Well, how would you change it?
I mean, I'm not the best with words, but maybe something like we bow to he who wears the crown. Let the world shiver with dread. Clad in winter's whitest gown, his snow enshrouds the dead. His fury shreds but frozen tears as gray clouds issue forth. His wind across the wasteland shears, bringing blizzards from the north. Ice-kissed flowers caught the mid-bloom, beauty kept in all its grace. Summer's gone to its silent tomb, stilling in his cold embrace. All the world in winter's white, sheathed in sleet and ice. Set upon never-ending night, he conjures paradise. Behold his everlasting rhyme, see how it covers all. Weep not for those he traps in time, behind his glacier wall. Sovereign of summer's lost, general of winter's war. Long live the king of cold and frost, may he reign forevermore.
As soon as Leif's voice ends the last line of the poem, a loud crack resounds throughout the caves as the ice waterfall in front of you shatters and falls, a passage clear back into the light's embrace of the Icewind Dale.
Holy shit, we've been underground for too long. That hurts to look at.
Yeah, that was weird.
That blows your mind? Is the sun?
I love you. Thank God Fluzak's here to speak some fucking sense.
Like,
Sorry,
Maiden
why do
T
you think I
is
hit
just staring at Leif right now. Like,
I'm sorry,
What?
I knew this was happening.
the fuck? I didn't think he'd become smarter.
That's
He just made up a whole sonnet,
I
and it
mean,
made sense. Like the beginning part was a little off, but the rest of it made sense.
I mean,
Zach's like, he's getting smarter. Carrick's like, holy shit, I can't see. And Leif is just like, oh, I can get used to this. And we walk through the
Fuck
entrance.
me, dude. What a wonderful way that went. Oh, thank you, Leif, by the way. Blake, that
Yeah.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
So here's
so-
what we're gonna do.
And so many times I thought he was gonna just stop and end it right there. Like he said 2 or 3 lines, and I was like, oh, pretty cool. Wait, he's still going.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
3 more lines. Okay,
Fuck me.
there's another 3. All right, it's gonna end here. No, it's still going. What the fuck, man?
All right. So, holy shit! What a way to end this. That is beautiful. That was beautiful, Blake. Okay. So for
Holy
all
fuck,
of
I
you,
haven't seen
and
this
this
map in
is
a
something
minute.
for you guys to think about because we are going to end shortly here. As you walk through the crack that Leif has unveiled, you return to the Icewind Dale and remember yourselves at the frozen waterfall that Valine led you to all those days ago. So you are at the light blue circle up at the Ragged Glacier. The purple line is how far it would take for you to reach Caer Konig, the closest of the Icewind Dale towns, which is about 33 miles. If you look, there is a key on the bottom of the map for about 20 miles. I did do the math, and it was about 4 days, I believe, it will take you to reach the Icewind Dale without your dog sleds. I'm making you aware of this specifically for the fact that it lets you know what you will be facing going forward, because like I said, as you walk into this light, we are going to end for the day. So you have about 4 days of travel, unless there's some way that you guys can think of to shorten that distance. Otherwise, that was a phenomenal session of Icewind Dale. Blake, congratulations. You now recognize you have the true power of the Frostmaiden, as the
Yeah.
prayers of the Frostmaiden must be addressed to you if they wish to contain the same power that they used to. So beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That was wonderful. Is there anything you guys want to do before we call it for the night?
I think coming
are there
into the
any-
realization that all of this happened the way it happened because of all of that. At some point or another, Mace would make sure to either in the way or whatever to just talk to Leif and with a very friendly but serious tone, just say,
With great
I know
power
this is very
comes great
exciting.
responsibility.
No,
right?
no. I know this is exciting.
Yeah, we don't have an
and
Uncle Ben.
this probably comes at a time of your life in your life where it feels like the top of the world. But the words I read and the ones you recited are a little too close for comfort. Be your own god.
Oh, those are wonderful words to end on. Jesus, can't talk. As Mace kind of lays a hand on Leif's shoulder as you guys all walk back into the light for the first time in what feels like eons, but is at minimum a couple weeks, a 10-day or 2. And you guys are definitely, facing this path forward, back towards the 10 towns, back towards, normalcy to some degree. At least you might think so. And I absolutely cannot wait to start that journey. Jesus fucking Christ, guys. I truly hoped we would reach this point tonight where Leif would have to,
Blow
recognize
our
the
minds?
difference.
Just make up a sonnet.
Honestly,
on the spot.
legitimately, it was my concept was you guys would explore the tunnels until that point, and that was kind of going to be the night. So, chef's kiss on reaching that point. That was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I'm glad you're back. You're back in the fucking Icewind Dale. Who remembers this place?
Yeah, no, I was just staring. The map came up, and I was like,
It's
Oh,
been
Cobalt.
so long.
"We fought kobolds."
It's
Like, they-
fucking great.
remember.
We've got Leif's people marked. We've got the penis on the spine of the world. We've got all the shit. Like, this is your map. You're back on your map, boys.
Amazing.
Oh god, that was a fantastic session. Oh, I'm so happy. I feel like closer we get to the end of this, the better it gets. Oh, we've moved the penis. We.
So I guess the only thing I would be worried about is, the Ragged bears have our dog sleds?
So the dog sleds were brought back to the 10 towns by.
Yeah,
so
they were bringing
There
it
was
back.
I can look up the name of them.
All
When you
right, so
guys.
the
When you
dogs
guys
were brought back
yes.
is the long and the short.
When you reached Caer Konig, there was essentially a store that was an adventurer's store. The person there had an assistant who was an expert in dog handling. They suggested you bring them with you, and they could guide you to where you wanted to go, and also potentially bring your dogs back should there be any issue that you would not want to keep them out there. It did reach the point once you reached the Ragged Glacier that you chose to send them back, so they led all of your dogs back to Caer Konig.
Okay, that was the part I was
will
fuzzy on.
give you their name because it is certainly something you guys would have. It is...
Oh, Kara's getting her dogs back. That's not even a question.
Right. No, I don't doubt it. Steve the guard dog is certainly wagging his tail waiting, as well as all of his compatriots. It was Frozen Far Expeditions. Atenia Swift suggested that you take his assistant with you. Jartha Farenjosh.
That's a name.
Farjosh.
I probably wrote it
Yeah,
down
whatever.
somewhere.
So essentially, your dog sleds are in Caer Konig, as far as you're aware, unless they died.
If they died, that sucked, but dogs better be alive.
I'm not gonna lie, I would not have killed your dog sleds. I'm a dog person. You're good. As long as you guys
If it
live,
was a
they will
horse.
live. Yeah, if it was a
I
horse,
would
it would have
kill
been a roll. Yeah, 100%. If it was a cat, it was dead. But no, I'm just kidding.
Fred, you can't kill my horse. I will carry the corpse.
Oh God. Anyway, anything besides that? Because you guys have a journey ahead of you. Is there anything you guys kind of want to question before you start preparing, planning, anything like that?
No, I think I'm good up until there. I need time.
What's the
to
weather
plan
look
on
like?
that.
Sunny, actually. If Mallow was with you, he'd be pissed off he could no longer shadow step.
Aren't there more shadows because there's more light?
No, actually. I mean, if he is near you guys, but it's no more so than he had before. If anything, it's less than he had before. Not that he's with you to complain.
Is there anything green? Like, did we melt enough with the snow that we've like uncovered what Antarctica used to look like, type deal, or like?
At this point, it has been basically a day since you shifted the weather. It is clear skies. The sun is visible. Most of the snow is still there. Imagine it a day after a snowstorm.
Okay. Kara's taking a piece of parchment, cutting slits into it so she can shield her fucking eyes.
Actually,
Like,
kind of,
yeah.
to a degree, yeah. It is far more effective than what you're used to.
Snowblind.
You also don't think you have to worry about blizzards or anything, so that's kind of a plus. But yeah.
But no, I mean, we set off. Unless we decide we're going to like cut down trees or something to make a sled. Onward march.
Yeah, and honestly, that's something that
Yeah,
again
that's what I'm assuming.
we will truly approach it at the start of next session. I
Yeah.
will tell you, I already have all of the random encounters and everything rolled, so your days of travel are all prepared. It's just a matter of you will have about 4 days of travel back to the 10 towns. I'm specifying that now because again, during the day you will have you're going to travel through the snow, and we don't have to worry about blizzards or anything. Kara is far more, far good enough a survivalist. You will be able to just go on your path. During the long rests, I'm going to be asking you guys, once again, kind of like today, what are we doing to fill that time? Do we want to do anything? So just think about it during the interim. Is there anything you want to talk to each other about? Is there anything you want to try and do task-wise? Prepare yourselves before you reach the 10 towns. You do know, and the only reason I'm clarifying this, I think you're all pretty aware of it, but just because it is something we haven't dealt with in a while, once you reach the 10 towns, you will be within that kind of bounds of the Hex game again. So I will tell you things have been happening in the background.
I'm sure.
You have been away for quite a long time. So what's occurring there is not the same as what you left. So just you have 4 days to ready yourselves to do stuff, to whatever you feel like is necessary as players. We will have that time. If that's one session, we get through everything next session of all the encounters and all that, then it's what it is. But just take the time, at least until then, to think about anything you want to do before we re-enter that kind of end game. Because I think I told you before, there are going to be a few minor changes once you hit that point where it's like, if you die, magical weapons will be unattuned to you until you attune to them again, because technically that, by rules, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You know, the hex itself, that whole subplot reactivates again. But besides that point, you know, we're going to, you know, you still have the whole travel back, and if there's anything you guys want to do, you know, that's kind of the point, is you have 4 days worth of time, roughly, and all the random encounters that occur during that window. So we'll see what happens.
Hey.
Awesome.
Questions, concerns, comments?
Yeah,
How many
Nothing
cities
very
turned against
concerned.
us?
Fred is concerned. Okay. What was the rest of that?
How many cities turned against us?
Oh,
You'll
no,
find
till
out.
we get there.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of.
So I think we should just go straight to the Goliaths.
The
Straight to
Goliath?
the Goliaths.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Goliath.
camper rat.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Just fucking
Yeah,
curve
yeah.
off. There you go.
Curve off straight there. See how it happened with those guys. Roll back into town with, you know.
Absolutely could.
Alright.
100% on board.
Okay.
So we just want to go recruit the hero character, huh? Okay.
Well, it depends. Are you going to the northern Goliaths or the southern Goliaths? Because he just said
I'm-
Goliaths, so...
I'm pretty sure I'm like kind of in with one of them. I remember passing some tests.
Yeah, those were the southern Goliaths. Yeah, the Sky Tower and the fucking
The Griffins.
Yeah, it was the
Oh,
Griffin
yeah, the
guys, but they were the ones with the skeleton out front, the dragon skeleton. Sky Tower and fuck, I'm gonna have to look it up. But yes, you have ins. You definitely have ins. Mace were both passing some shit. In
Passed a lot of tests for the Griffin clan
Villages.
because
Worm Doom, Sky Tower, and Worm Doom Craig. That's what it was.
I befriended the Sky Tower people.
Yes. Well, I would say in general, the party in general befriended the Goliaths. You guys actually did a very good job because you also, regardless of how in you were within each individual, the Goliath party, you did manage to also achieve a peace treaty. So, like, you kind of reached that point, like, even if each individual one didn't fully trust you, the fact that you got them to trust each other kind of is a big plus. So, you got that going for you.
Yep, yeah, there it is. Fucking session 33. Solved the feud between Worm Doom and Sky Tower.
Yep.
Subnote, recruit Ruslan.
Yeah. I laid some heavy groundwork for Clan Ruslan there. That was definitely a thing, 100%, and it definitely paid off. So, but no, 100%. And I'm really glad you guys are back in the Icewind Dale, I should say, because this will be a fun little kind of last foray through.
So,
what's
I
going
have
on.
only one more question. Leif, are you going to maintain the Winter Maiden, or are you now the Winter Gentleman?
I have to find that within myself of who I am. And
Great answer, by the way. What a political
been-
answer.
I've been tasked with making sure I am my own person. So I don't know what I'll go by.
That's awesome.
Nods to Mace.
Yeah.
Tips
Oh,
his
dude.
slug to Mace.
Tips his slug. Great. Oh god, I was waiting for that moment so long for the
So the
prayer.
Winter Maiden have been wrong all this time.
I'm
It's
not
a
gonna lie.
man with a beard who's drunk.
There
with a
was a
slug on
little
his
bit
head.
where I was really worried that Kara was going to end up with the snowflake, so like Mace was going to read the thing and it was going to work.
Oh,
So
crazy.
I was really happy that happened the way it did.
Look, if I had struck the final blow, I might have laid claim to it. I didn't. Leif did the thing. I ain't taking somebody else's glory like that.
Right.
I'm just
100%,
glad
I get it. It's just
Blazak didn't get it.
right. It was just one of those things where it was like depending on how things went, right? The person you were talking to gender-wise. So, very fun. Very fun.
But no,
Okay,
I
I'm
just
gonna head out now. You guys have a good
Absolutely.
night.
have a nice
Have a
night.
good night.
But no, he got the prize. I ain't gonna steal. I mean, if it's between Leif getting, if it's between the Hex getting it, I might intervene and take the item, but I'd give it back.
At
Nice.
some point.
Well, we'll see.
Well,
I think that's
so Rick knows what I
kind of the
mean by
question.
that. So
Yeah, absolutely. But again, even to that point, it depends on kind of what happens from here out. So we'll see. But that's kind of the point of the campaign. That's the last question to be asked and answered, I think. So we'll
This
see.
is the first bar we go to. Leif uses it to pay for a drink because he's out of money.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There it is. And it's like, okay, so I
Legit.
guess that's the end of Icewind Dale because the Hex kills that guy. It's just, well, okay.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. If you pony that down as a payment for a drink, Kara's swiping that thing and putting actual gold down because
Yeah,
she is
she
not
has a
letting that
lot,
fall into
yeah.
the hands.
Yeah.
She's trusting Leif with this, not some random ass Bart.
Fair. All right. Well, I'm gonna call it there. I'm gonna cut the recording. Fucking great session though.
Good session, John.